And we're live. All right, cool. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, the barbers in the barbershop. Shout out to the hairdressers in the beauty salon. Shout out to the nail techs. Shout out to the garbage collectors. Shout out to the payroll attendees. Shout out to the strippers on poles. Shout out to chefs in kitchens and secretaries in offices. Whatever it is you do, shout out to you. We can't possibly call out every single profession title this morning. However, if you're a hardworking person, you get up, you get out to go get yours, and you get it. You're not robbing, stealing from anybody else, and you ain't doing well, I'm not judging you for that. Shout out to you. Are you aware? Talk about productivity and progress. That's what we deal with. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning, and on days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. You made it through another week. You made it through another week. You don't know how many of these other weeks you're going to get. Don't take it for granted, but you made it through another week. You have reason to be thankful, to give thanks for. Somebody started out the days of the week are Sunday, Monday. Somebody started out counting like that, and they did not make it to Friday. You understand? It wasn't you. You're here. You're not in anybody's hospital. You're not. Nobody is planning your funeral. Nobody is coming to see you, visit you, sick, anything like that. You're good. You're up to go. Give thanks for that. And that alone is enough to be thankful for. Everything else is icing on the cake. And for those of you who are in perfect health, you give a whole lot of thanks. You have a whole heap of things to be thankful for. Yes? All right. We're going to big up some people this morning, and then we're going to get into our topics that we're going to be talking about this morning. Great goodies. First one in the building this morning. Big up Great Goodies. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Great Goodies says, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Yeah. Friends from Lake is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Thank you for being here. Elaine Brown. Morning, Elaine. Thank you for being here, family. Who else there again? Let me see. Great Goodies. I see Friends from Lake. I see Darren Ranger. Darren was here, but Darren is gone. He's no longer in the chat because his name is not in green. But Darren shows up every day. Sean, thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. PG, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Who else there? Donna Davis is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Let's see. Audrey is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Audrey says, morning, fam, and present teacher. Big up yourself, Audrey. Audrey, school soon start back. And then Audrey also says, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. All right. We're asking you to hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. It helps us to trend. If we have 210 persons watching, we should have 210 thumbs up to the show. You're not an enemy, and I'm not your enemy, so I don't know why you come here and you can't just hit the thumbs up button. But anyways, we're keeping it moving. All right. You know, some people watch you as your enemy. I don't know why. If I don't like you, I'm not tuning into you. Anyway, Patricia Jackson is in the building with us bright and early this morning. S. Diva is in the building with us bright and early this morning. PG says, what? Friday blessings. And I big up friends and all these other things are going. People are big up them one another in here. Great Goodies is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Rasta Caribbean, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your presence, fam. Who else is here? You're the finest is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Black Eagle is in the building with us bright and early this morning as well. Thank you for being here. We can big up everybody, you know. Roddy's daughter is in the building with us this morning, bright and early. Roddy's daughter, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Marilyn Grant, thank you for being here as well. Big up yourself. Who else will I miss? I don't want to miss anybody. Marie's Message 411 TV is in the building bright and early this morning. And yes, Marie, we can see you. And I think everybody could see you as well. Just letting you know that you are seen. All right, because Marie been having some issues where she comes into the chat, she's there, but she's invisible. Nobody can see her. And may I shout out everybody and skip right past her. But I could see you this morning. All right. All right. Big up yourself. Marie's Message 411 TV is my fellow content creator sister on YouTube as well. Marie has her own platform with her own thing going on over there. Everybody over here should be supporting her already. If you don't even do that, just at least go hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button and give her the number so her channel continues to grow. All right. S Diva says, S Diva is talking to You're the Finest. The Buffalo, so the rest is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Mistress B, big up yourself, Mistress B. Karen Notice is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. It's the freaking weekend, baby, right? And the weather is still nice outside for a lot of us. So make sure you get out there this weekend because summer soon done. I feel cool breeze blowing through Florida already, and you know we stay hot. So I know those who live in cold places or places that get cold, you'll be experiencing wintertime weather soon or fall weather soon. Andrew Skinner, Renegade Sound, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's Bond TV. Our brother 5 Up is in the building bright and early with us this morning. 5 Up, big up yourself, bro. Thank you for being here. Errol 876 is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Our sister Nance is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Senior Sexy is in the building with us this morning bright and early. Gigi Ramecki is also in the building with us bright and early this morning. I see you, Stacey Ann. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. All right. We're gonna go into our topics now. So if I didn't call your name, Lovely Aneka, I can't pass you. All right, Lovely Aneka is my other friend, fellow content creator, sister as well on social media platforms, on YouTube and others. She's right there. Let's take a phone call real quick. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo.
Minnie Bob,
Nothing, man. I'm not from Jamaica.
You left Jamaica?
Yeah, but I left Jamaica.
Finally. Well, you were in Jamaica for what? Like a couple of months, right?
6 months.
6 months. That's half of the year.
Yes. I'm going back in September.
You're going back in September?
Right back.
So did you find that, that black woman that you were looking for? Did you find?
Baby, I find it right. My people know.
Your people?
My people know. She is like, she from Jamaica, but she from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she owned the first on-demand Caribbean live stream, like a Netflix.
All right.
So we see what happens.
All right, Minnie Bob. We will see what happens.
How are you?
We're good, man. We can't complain at all. We're getting.
How is it, the babies and the kids?
Yeah, all is well. All is well. We're just getting started with the show, you know.
Okay, man.
All right.
I will call you sometime next week.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself. See you.
We link up. Have a nice weekend.
You too.
Okay, bye.
All right. May I check to see if Minnie Bob did find the beautiful black woman that he was looking for in Jamaica, but it doesn't sound like he found her. He said something about somebody who owns something or whatever, but we'll see how that goes. Minnie Bob, just remember, say, if your heart ever get broken, you can come cry over here, so here. All right. That icon you see behind me is the icon for the Vibes Island Experience. That is a cruise, a luxury dance hall cruise that will feature 40 plus entertainers, headlined by Vibes Cartel. It's called the Vibes Island Experience, and it will be hosted by DJ Envy of the Breakfast Club, Vibes Cartel being the headliner of this cruise. It is experiencing dancehall at a luxury level. All right. Many of us have already booked and secured our cabins and know where we're going and all these other things. I can tell you that we're going off to a private island in the Bahamas called the Coco Cay. And you see my code up there. It says use promo code. My promo code is in yellow to this side of my screen, and it is SOUFLO. So you can go book yours and secure your cabin and come along and have some fun with us. That's the only reason we have that up there this morning. This is the actual ship that we're going to be on right here. All right. And that is that. I'll see you then. What we're going to start out this morning. This morning, we got a few things to talk about. Let me see. Bounty Killer was honored in a great way, which I want to talk a bit about. I've always told my audience that I have great respect for Bounty Killer. And, you know, I hold him at a different level of esteem, Bounty Killer. So we speak of his accomplishments, right? All right. And then there is also another story here of one of the school bus them in Jamaica. Remember they did the rural school bus rollout. I believe they purchased like 110 buses from the United States of America. There was big controversy over the purchase of those buses, from how much they cost to if they are effective or good or defective. Are they suitable for Jamaica's roads, etc., especially our rural terrains? Blah, blah, blah. Them could have get it cheaper somewhere else. One of the bus them catch a fire and burn up bad. And we're going to talk about that, especially since the starting of the new school year is right around the corner. All right. Then we're going to talk about President Trump. Is President Trump okay? I've been shying away from this topic for a while because you know me don't want to mix up in them politics because them people have moved vicious. However, I can't help myself. If there are consequences to be paid, then I guess I'll be paying them because it's gone too far now. So I'm going to be discussing President Trump. Is he okay? And we're, of course, going to be talking about our Haitian brothers and sisters because TPS has officially ended. We talked about it before that it was coming and they wanted to end it. And a lower court took it to a higher courts, and the higher courts gave a stay. So the Haitians had some time, longer, and the Haitians were hoping that it would have been put on ice and frozen, and they would not be having to go anywhere. Well, that did not happen. TPS, temporary protected status, has officially ended for the Haitian community. And I told y'all that ICE put out a message that they are preparing to do a blitz raid looking for these 300,000 plus Haitians. What they are planning is mass incarceration and mass deportation at a rapid pace. So we're going to talk about how that's going to affect the Haitian community, America, what's waiting for them back in Haiti, all these kind of stuff. As my background changes, stay up with the story, all right? And we're going to try to keep each story to the background. That means when I change the background, please don't keep talking about the story from before, because the story that we're discussing has to match the background. I went through all the painstaking work of creating these backgrounds and uploading them from early this morning so that we can have that kind of a conversation with the background reflecting the conversation. Again, one more time, my promo code is SOUFLO, mid-dead, palm my ears, meaning I'm going to be there for sure. We're shooting a movie out there. For sure, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's 72 hours straight of non-stop dancehall, music and entertainment, and I don't think you should miss it. I want to bring as many of you on board as possible with me to this event right here. You have until April of next year, but because that's when we sail. But do not wait until April of next year because the rooms are filling up fast. The big fancy braggadocious rooms, a lot of those are already, I think all of those are already gone. But the pricing is as varies. Either way, if you have a big fancy room or a little room, it doesn't matter. We're going to be on the same vessel, experiencing the same parties, same events, all these other things. So let's link up, and we're going to be doing our meet and greet at this event as well. All right, so I'll see you there for those of you. And remember to use my promo code SOUFLO and book, and then thank me later. Moving right along, I think I want to start out with the president. That's where I'm going to start out this morning, with the president. Is President Trump okay? Now, I've made a collage, right? I'm not even going to start out with this one. I think let's start out with the other one first, because I have two of them on the president. Let's start out with this one first. Is the president of the United States of America okay? A lot of us live here. Although we tune into a platform, SouFLoTV podcast, that has mostly discussions about Caribbean stuff, Jamaican stuff, and the rest of the Caribbean and the Caribbean diaspora, we live in the United States of America. So we are under the leadership of President Donald Trump. If I was in Jamaica and I saw our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, falling asleep everywhere he went this many times, I would have had something to say, questions to ask as well. I'm looking at the president, right? And I'm thinking, these are all real, non-doctored pictures of our president falling asleep at events where he should not have been falling asleep at. And I mean, he's racked out in some of them. Racked out in the military means for us, your feet are up. You're snoring. You're catching Z's. You don't care what's happening around you. Could you imagine being in a meeting where they're speaking about nuclear weapons and the possibilities of having to use them because the war has gotten that serious, and you look over and this is what you see the president doing? Like right there. He is out of there. One of the times I seen him, you know, when you're deep in your sleep and you like your mouth and you're like, I seen him do one of these. He opened his eyes, he went, you know, you're trying to fight sleep. He went like this. He looked around. And he just went right back to sleep, like solid sleep. So is this guy okay? Now, President Trump is 80 years old. June 14th, 1946 is his birthday. I looked it up before we did this live. He is 80 years old. 80. No disrespect to my Caucasian brothers and sisters, but I don't know not one of y'all that's 80 years old that's up and running 100%. Not one. And I've been in the healthcare field for quite some time. I've worked inside of LTC, long-term care facilities, and I get to see quite a few individuals who are up in age like this. He don't look like he's making it. He looks like he needs to be parked. And the crazy thing is his supporters still make excuses. Do y'all remember when Joe Biden fell asleep that one time? Joe Biden fell asleep one time. They made 100 videos out of the one time Joe Biden fell asleep, and they started calling him Sleepy Joe. What do we call Donald Trump? Because this is not one time. Every one of these that you see is a different occasion of him falling asleep, and this is not even all of them. So what do we call him? You're the final say. Hopefully them not shut you down. Hopefully them not shut you down. Dorothy, you have to hit those little lines with the circle on the right. Select all of them. You'll be able to see Marie. Do it every morning because it switches back to top. Somebody's giving Dorothy some. All right. It's like falling asleep in church. But this right here, though, this is just aging. This is just aging. You think you got time and you don't have time, man. Life is going to sit you down. I think he has reached the stage where life is sitting a human being down. This is where, that's how God created us. You know, that's why You got to strike the, how they say it in Jamaica again, strike the iron while it's hot and these kind of things, and do all you can while you can. Put nothing off for tomorrow that you can do today while your body can do it and your mind is sharp. Get to it because you're able. Because if you live long enough, the day is going to come where you just sit on your veranda, your front porch. In Jamaica, we say veranda. You just sit on your veranda and you can't do nothing else but heal people. Morning, Master George, you can't even go to your gate. Yeah, because your body done. And you could fall asleep on your walk to your gate from your front porch. That's how aging goes. You know, you start dozing all day. Do you know that that's your body preparing for death? That is humans. Why? We don't like to talk about it like that. But this is your body preparing for death. When you get older and you start to drop asleep all the time, that is your body preparing for your final big sleep, the one that you don't come back from. Yeah. And when you're young and you're up and you're going and you're full of energy, that's your body preparing for life. Your body is preparing to go do all the things that you're supposed to do because you're full of energy. And then time ain't on your side no more. And you start falling asleep everywhere like this. Now, his calling Biden Sleepy Joe. Who is sleepy now? Man, the irony of that. Donna Davis, the irony. He's also a perfect example of, you know how I say don't show off on anybody or don't call people names or things like that because, or don't make fun of people who are sick or whatever else because today is for them. Tomorrow might just be for you. Human condition. Anything that's happening to one human can happen to all other humans. You know what I'm saying? I remember him, the way how he did Joe Biden. And actually, that was a big part of his campaign for the last presidential election run. Because he was like, look at him. He doesn't even know if he's here or not. You know, he started making fun of Joe Biden. He doesn't even know if he's here or not. He's all disoriented. He gets off the stage and he goes the wrong way. Look at him. Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe is sleeping everywhere. Me, I'm fit and I'm strong and I'm healthy and I'm alert. And the doctors say I have the best health in the world. I'm healthier than Obama and every other president that has ever served. And then this. Now you sleep more than the person who you made fun of for sleeping. Way more than the person who you made fun of for sleeping. He just stays asleep. Another thing, I don't know if y'all know it, but y'all need to go check it out. There's something going on with Medicare or Medicaid Medicare that just happened with this administration. So shout out to the elderly people and those who are on medication who needed this, and there was a cap on the cost of your life-saving medication, because especially if you voted for this, good luck, because you're about to be paying out the wazoo for your meds coming soon. But you got to remember, you voted for this. Now, this is the one that really does it for me right here. I want y'all to pay close attention. Trumpa snooze. That Trumpa snooze. Sleepy Joe and Trumpa snooze. Yeah, he said he was in better shape than Obama. Do you see how Obama walked with so much swagger, even up till today? I seen Obama a couple of days ago walked into a gym. They were playing basketball, and one of the people one of the ball players was like, "You ready for this?" And he was like, "I'm always ready. Throw me the ball." And they threw him the ball, and he went swoosh. Like, I'm like, yo, this man is a real baller. Like, he must be sitting on a basketball court somewhere. It wasn't edited. He just did it spur of the moment. He over there crossing up like this, you know what I'm saying, with the ball, like he built for basketball. And this guy says he is in better shape physically than Obama is. What's been happening lately? Onika St. John says it's terrible and how our seniors going to pay for their medications. Y'all go look it up. I don't want to get into the details. I want you to go into the details of this one for yourself. Shout out to all the people who voted for this. When I said during the election that things are going to trickle downhill, this is exactly what I mean. Because a lot of you who voted for this, you might not be in need of these things that are being stripped away. But I bet you got a mama, a daddy, some elderly family member or relative who needs all these. So you're going to be paying out the wazoo for this. Kind of reminds me of this one facility that I was at. And back then, President Obama was president. And this older white lady, I think I told y'all the story before. She was like, I couldn't afford my medication without this Obamacare. I thank him for that, but I can't stand him. And it forced me to bring things into perspective. You could not afford your medications. She's in a facility. You could not afford your medications without Obamacare. Now, mind you, it's universal health care is what it was called, really. You can't name it Obamacare, but they named it Obamacare to try to embarrass him because they planned on doing the worst things to it and making people hate it, and it would be attached to his legacy. It turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened. This old lady had pre-existing health conditions that no other insurance companies would cover. She was fully covered with the Obamacare stuff. She was in a facility. I'm going around treating patients and stuff. I'm talking to her, and she goes, I can't, because he was on the TV, I think, in his room. She was like, I couldn't afford my medication without that Obamacare, but I just can't stand him. I said, why you can't stand him? And she said, I don't know. It's just something about him. I had to keep it professional, because if I wasn't in a professional setting, I could have said all the things I was thinking. He's young, black, successful, highly accomplished, all the things you hate. You're old, white, probably from those Jim Crow era. I'm pretty sure you've seen a few hanging in your days. You about to be like 99 years old in a day or two, something like that. But I understand. Which tells me no matter how much you intend to do good, there are some people who would rather accept the worst than to actually see you benefit good from it. In other words, then, all the people who voted, especially those older people, especially older white people who voted based on race, and this is how we have President Trump in office now, because the race baiting and the fear mongering of the immigrants coming to take over and the country turning brown and black and no longer white and all this other stuff. You're going to be overran by immigrants and there will be no place for your grandchildren and great grandchildren. We have to preserve America for us. Make America great again. All of them that voted on that, majority of them are going to have problems obtaining life-saving medication or life-prolonging medication, and some of them are going to die behind this. But I can't help but to think that they would rather that happen than to actually see another black person in that White House. Mind you, I also have other thoughts about what happened to the election, but I'm not going to say those out loud. I think it was stolen. Look at the pictures behind me. Look at the pictures behind me. Look at the pictures behind me. These are not made up pictures. These are pictures that we grabbed from events that we saw the videos to. Now, the one with Mike Pence was a while back, but the most recent one that has gone viral is this one up at the top in the middle. Like, this picture was taken from a video still at Lindsey Graham's funeral. And if you saw the video, this is a Secret Service agent. Let me tell you something about those of us that served in the military, right? Your military bearing applies to everything. in order for you to even elevate to the point where you are now guarding the president and you're not doing it in uniform, you're in a suit. This guy must have been through some of the most high speed combat arms schools that the military has to offer. Probably started off in the army, probably went 11 Bravo infantry, probably graduated from there on to Ranger school. He became full-fledged Ranger, probably, and then went on and on, special forces, went into a unit, has so many deployments under your belt. You know how to keep a straight face, even if a load of shit is on your top lip. I'm not talking about smelling it. I'm talking about if it's landed on your top lip. You think when we're in formation, if a fly is walking around on your eyeball and you do like this and break rank in formation, they will skin you alive, especially as an infantry soldier. So these guys, right, they're trained to, if he smells something, now the talk is that the president he's older, so he has urinary incontinence and he has bowel incontinence, which means you can't hold your shit and you can't hold your pee anymore. And sometimes when you fart, you also shit yourself. So now you're in a diaper. And sometimes when you sneeze, you also piss yourself. So now he's in a diaper all the time. And he has a nurse that goes around, follows him everywhere with a diaper bag. And he has to be changed on a regular basis because he's shitting himself more than ever. That's the rumor. The rumor is also that he shits himself so much that there's an odor that goes with him because he's not able to clean himself properly all the time, right? Now, that's a rumor that we can't say we have proven. But what I will say is, if you look at these pictures of the people who stand behind him, you can clearly see a similarity among all of them. I know I smell shit with face when I see one. I know damn, what the hell smell like that when I see one. It's normal human behavior, right? Whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case may be, we all act the same way when we smell some shit. We all act the same way when we smell something foul and funky. Isn't that crazy? No matter what your race is, no matter what your ethnicity is, we all act the same way when we smell something funky. Now look at these people standing behind him. And the one that took me out was the special forces or the bodyguard that's sitting behind him. Not the first picture over here at the top, the second one heading over. Just look at that man's face. But look at the first one's face. You need to see the video. I didn't want to play the video here because copyright infringement, and I don't know who owns the video, but it has to be somebody of high stature who owns the video because they are present at Lindsey Graham's funeral while they are videotaping the president. So obviously you'll get a copyright infringement from those media houses if you use it. White than the president's house is called the White House. Isn't the name speaks volumes? Yeah, because that's what they want it to be. Why is it called the White House? And it should always be ruled by white men. It's not even for white women. But white men believe that white women will always benefit from them as long as they are in a position of power. You understand? So it's not like they're looking for a white woman president either. It should be all white men all the time. Anyways, you love those rumors, PG? Well, we are saying that they are rumors and we don't have any way of proving them to be anything other than, but when we look at these pictures of people standing behind them, you should have seen the video. The video, the guy was sitting there in a church like this, minding his own business because it's a funeral and he's minding his own business. And of course, he's looking around. You know, that's their job, to scan your sector in case somebody who's not supposed to be in here and wants to do harm to the president makes it in here. So they're scanning his sector and then he comes back this way. You can see his face go. It's that, oh, shit. The hell is that? You know, he goes, "The hell is that?" And he looks down at the back of President Trump. He goes, and he looks up, and then his face turns like that face you see in in the picture right there. It was like, oh God, man, you smell like that? You stink as shit, bro. Oh, and I have to sit here and I gotta follow this man around everywhere he goes. And if anything happens, I'm gonna have to like handle him. Like I gotta jump on him and handle him. I'm gonna be rubbing all in it. His face just told everything. And like I said, these are guys who are trained to never show what they're thinking on their face. He's supposed to have a stoic face. I'm pretty sure they're taking him off this detail for sure, because he's not supposed to show that face. Now, I don't know if he got it in a briefing where they're like, military briefings or something else. It's OPSEC. It's before you go on any kind of operations. You have a walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? They're like, listen, so you've been selected, for the next detail, you're going to be guarding the president. You already know what that job entails. You're trained for it. Who? Got it? Roger that. Okay. All right. So there's one thing. You don't ever show on your face what you smell in front of you. It is said that the president has a odor. I'm not confirming or denying. I'm just saying you make sure you don't show that on your face. You know he's a president, so cameras are everywhere and you're always being recorded. After you get a briefing like that and you go out there and you do this, yeah, they're taking you off that detail. I don't know what else is going to happen behind the scenes with him, but I'm pretty sure he's getting taken off this detail. Look around and see if you see that guy guarding the president again. Probably not. Probably not. So to my question that I asked earlier, do you think that President Trump or what is going on with President Trump? I don't think he is in the best of health. I don't think he's in the best of health. And I don't think he's in a position where he is capable. But they're going to string him up for as long as they could. It is my personal belief that majority of the stuff that we're seeing from him is not really coming from him. Because I seen somebody said the other day, what was it, Marco Rubio? Marco Rubio was in a questioning and they were grilling Marco Rubio, and they asked Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, they said to Marco Rubio, have you seen the president fall asleep in meetings and at moments when his attention was required? He's supposed to be awake. Marco Rubio said, no such thing. I have never seen the president fall asleep. As a matter of fact, he's the most alert guy I have ever been around. I wonder when he sleeps because he gets so much done and he is always awake. So it's kind of to the opposite. He's always awake. Why the person who was questioning Marco Rubio said, okay, I'll hold you to that. How about this video right here? And he shows a video of Marco Rubio looking at the president as one of these pictures as he was like this. He said, okay, he's not sleeping right there. He's only resting his eyes, right? Okay, how about this one right here? The amount of times he has seen him fall asleep. And he sit up there at a deposition and say, I have never seen him fall asleep. As a matter of fact, quite the contrary, quite to the opposite. I wonder where he gets so much energy from. He is always awake. He just goes. Then they said the other day, the president was up at midnight and tweeting all through the night. Shot off like 10, 11 tweets from about midnight to about 3 in the morning. That's not him. That's not him. I don't think that is him. If you think that this president has the wherewithal to sit there and create thumbnails, icons, videos. See this picture collage that you see behind me? Somebody has to create this, which means we have to go look up every time the president fell asleep in a important meeting. Boom. And then you go to pictures, and then they're going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you have to take each one of these pictures and put it in your editor and lay them out and then cut them for each size fit. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the top and 3 on the sides, 6 threes. 18, so it's 18 pictures right here, and then you have to 1280, 720 proper measurements to fit it. The president is not doing all of that. That's how I know it's not him making all these tweets and all these posts. Somebody is posting from his account. Somebody is in control of him. He is just a figurehead. That's what I think. And that's just me. That's what I think. I think he's just a figurehead. And so I think the presidency has been hijacked. I think the presidency has been hijacked. Somebody is operating behind there who's doing what they're doing. It's not Donald. It's not Donald. Donald ain't got time to do all that. I edit. I make thumbnails all day. It's not him that's doing all that. So, as you can see, I don't know if y'all seen the movie called Weekend at Bernie's, where they propped up the dead guy and they took him around everywhere. And when it was time to like spend his credit card and he had to like give a verification, and they were like handling him and they put a glasses and a hat on him and they would like push him from place to place. Yeah. Apparently, well, look up every time President Trump shot himself, then you will see. Yes, and there are videos and the sound effects and the raw sounds of and he runs and goes, "Excuse me." And people close to him know what's happening. They know what's happening, but they're just not saying anything. Apparently, since he was doing the Miss Universe HH, he's been crapping himself. Wow. So it's been quite a while. Well, you know what? We're going to move on from President Trump. I think we're all of the general consensus that the president needs some special attention. According to the people who support him, his MAGA fans say he works so hard for the United States of America and its best interest. Of course, the guy's tired. Come on, he's 80 years old. He's always traveling. He's always doing speeches. He's always getting stuff done on this country's behalf. Give him a break when he falls asleep. He needs a nap because he's so busy working for us. He's just tired. You know what I say? Okay. Whatever you say. You can say old age and substance abuse. I won't even get into that one. You know, rumor has it. We won't even get into that one right there. Let's switch the subject, though. All right. We wish President Trump all the best. If only you were not just such a sleepy guy, sleeping all the time, you'll probably look a bit better on camera. With that said, moving right along, you know, we're going to get President Trump up out of here. And I think I would like to speak about the Haitians next and their TPS, temporary protective status. So temporary protective status has ended for our Haitian brothers and sisters, who 300 plus thousand of them. At first I heard it was 350,000 Haitians, and now the number is at 300. I don't know if 50,000 of them managed to get their status adjusted, but on short order, they were told, you better go get your status adjusted or you will be swept up when ICE does its blitz run and starts grabbing y'all and throwing you out of the country, so to speak. Listen, temporary protective status has expired officially for the Haitians and Syrians, and this will affect hundreds of thousands. I'm speaking of Haitians specifically. You see this picture I have behind me right here? This is one of a few pictures I'm going to run through for you, because this is the perception that this is where the Haitians are going, and this is what they are returning to Haiti to. Tires burning in the streets. Real struggle life. You know, you see the woman right there with all that heavy stuff on her head. So the legal status allowing hundreds of thousands of Haitians to stay temporarily in the United States of America due to a humanitarian crisis in their own homeland, their own countries, has officially expired. It expired on Monday. The expiration comes after the Supreme Court ruling last month had cleared the way for the Trump administration to end TPS for the Haitians. There are more than 300,000 Haitian nationals living in the United States of America who will immediately be affected by this. Because when it ends, your work permit that you have is no longer valid. I didn't even know it till this morning. They have been telling companies since 3 weeks ago to get rid of their TPS holding employees. Their TPS Haitian employees, get rid of them. Those who work in restaurants and healthcare and any other and factory jobs, they have been affected, right? The people who own these places, they have had to adjust to, okay, we got to get rid of so many of them. We got to bring people in here to fill the void. TPS is a humanitarian program. It allows people to stay in the United States of America and to obtain work authorization. So, contrary to popular belief of some people, they're not illegal immigrants. They came in because they were welcomed in. And when they were welcomed in, they were also given permission, authorization to work and pay taxes. They have paid billions and billions of dollars in taxes into a system that they were not able to even reap the full benefits of. That's for one. For two, we spoke about how many of them became homeowners. Some of those houses are paid off. And it is like, I believe the number was, it's hundreds of thousands of houses that they have bought. And now, risking being deported, you have to wonder what's going to happen to their real estate and all the stuff they have accumulated over the time of being here. You know, in one way, I kind of blame the Haitians because honestly, if my house caught on fire and you told me to come stay by your house for as long as I can until my house gets fixed back up and all this other stuff, I'm putting a time limit on myself as to how long I can stay in your house. I wouldn't be in your house trying to be a part of your house permanently. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the Haitians, like, I don't know if they misunderstood or whatever, but they became like, they started planning permanent life on a temporary status. You heard what I just said? They were planning permanent life on a temporary status. I think they really believed that things would change to where they would eventually be allowed to be citizens or whatever, and they're just not ever going back to Haiti. So they had children here, they got married, formed families, they became entrenched in their communities, they formed organizations, they paid taxes for sure, they worked hard, they bought properties, owned houses, the whole nine, the whole shebang, only to be told, you got to go. You got to go. Hey, that's a nice piece of property you got there. I hope you can find a sale for it, cash sale real quick, and put that money in your pocket because you're going to have to leave it, especially when when the ICE agents start doing this blitz. Because the thing about the ICE agents is this, right? Once they reach out to grab, if you are Haitian and if your status is TPS and it's expired, they don't want to hear nothing else from you. That's why they warned them a month ago or 2 months ago, I believe it was 2-3 months ago, where they said the option is there for you to try to adjust your status to something else other than what you have now. Now, with the big old backlog in the system, it's not like you could just, it's not like the Haitians could just go, oh, tomorrow I'm going to go down to immigration office. I'm going to tell them that you can't do that. That's my Nigerian accent. I'm going to tell them that, look, my TPS about to expire. Give me something else. And they're just going to give them something else off the bat. It's not going to work. So, of course, a lot of them are going to get caught flat-footed, so to speak. Spokesperson for the Department of Security, Homeland Security, said in a statement that the change, TPS, is exactly that. It's temporary, protected status. For too long, TPS has been allowed to function as a de facto amnesty program. We have amnesty program. It's different from TPS. We have asylum program. It's different from TPS. That's what he said. So you know you're here, TPS, temporary protective status. Why did you start to become permanent? Now in Haiti, Haiti has 11.4 million people. Jamaica has, I believe, roughly 3 million, 3.2, something like that. So Haiti has a whole lot more people than Jamaica, right? Just to give you a magnitude or give you a understanding of the numbers. They've been faced with economic issues, political crisis, assassination of their leader, etc., etc. And this has been their norm. Plus natural disaster along the way. Economic crisis, natural disaster, multiple earthquakes that have rocked their nation. But now the U.S. doesn't care anymore. Now the U.S. is like, go home. This name of this person that I've been trying to remember to tell you guys about, his name is That Boy Lens. That Boy Lens. He is a Haitian vlogger. If you look at Lens videos, documentaries, by the way, shout out to Lens. And Lens, you're getting really good at your documentaries and putting them together, and your quality of your this something like that is what I hope to do, but I'm not going to voice out my projects that I want to do. I'm just saying I'm inspired. But if you look at Lens videos filmed in Haiti, you yourself would say, well, what are the Haitians running from? What are the Haitians running from? You know, honestly, they are between a rock and a hard place, but I kind of feel like they brought this on themselves. So, you know, if you look at the kind of like this is what they want you to think. This is what they want you to think, that this is what Haitians are going back to. You know, the rebels will be raising guns in the air, some big rifles with some banana clips on them. Wrapped in Haitian flag, they'll be just assassinating anybody and kidnapping everybody. And I was watching yesterday Len's new video, and in his new video, he was off in the countryside, and the video before that, he was in Cap Haitian. And I'm watching the video because TPS just ended for them, and he's out in the streets doing interviews. And here you have the people in Haiti saying stuff like, yeah, I don't live here. One man said, I don't live here. I live in New York, but I fly in on a regular basis, and I've never had any problems. This time, we got married on the same beach right here. And this time, my wife is turning 50, and she said she wanted to do her 50th birthday celebration right here, the same place where we got married. So here we are. Yo. The whole time I'm watching the video, y'all, the only thing I was thinking is, damn, this look like Jamaica. This look like Donga Ochi. This look like which part you're going. It's like, I go down on the North Coast, go relax myself and check in on one of them all-inclusive there. And this wasn't no all-inclusive. It wasn't no hotel there. It's just the people there cooking, having fun. The water is clear. Kind of make me think of when we went to the beach the other day with my kids here in Florida, and two sharks showed up in the water. The water in Florida where I'm at, the water is never clear. You can never see to the bottom of that water. And that has always been one of the things that I've been worried about. So even though I'm swimming out there, sometimes I'm paranoid as hell. Because I'm like, poor shark come attack me and you can't sit under the water. I've been diving under the water there and I put on swimming goggles and look around. You can barely see your hand in front of your face like this. And I look at the water in Haiti and I'm watching that boy Lens videos. Go watch him. Go give him a subscribe as well. I told y'all I reached out to him because I was trying to understand. And he was willing to speak. You know what I'm saying? And Lens was like, that's Western media, man, and that's the way they portray the entire Haiti. But that's only one small part of Haiti, he said. That's like this, the gangs and the lighting of the tires and the violence and all that. And I'm like, okay, so he said, that's like Jamaica, right? He said, y'all have volatile areas in Jamaica, right? And I said, yeah. And he was like, well, it's just like Haiti. You know, you have your volatile areas, you have your places where where people are afraid to go. And then you have many other places where life is good and you can make life for yourself. When I was watching it and I saw people actually, women especially, saying, I walk the streets in the middle of the night. Hey, mommy, come give me love up. I saw you at the corner. You all right?
Yeah.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know I'm going to be on here a little while, right?
A little while.
A little while. I did turn on the pump, and I did put the heater on. You want to go swimming?
Yes.
Okay. But give me some time to do this, okay?
Okay.
All right, baby. I love you.
All
All right, girlie. All right. She just waking up, or just coming out from waking up. She was standing at the corner. As I'm going through this, I saw her little head peek out a couple of times. Yeah, but she won't come over here unless I call her over here. So now she's gone. All right. Yeah, I'm watching Lens videos, fam. And if this is the truth about Haiti, which I think it is just like Jamaica. Can't imagine somebody take a camera, right? Or Western media chooses to portray Jamaica as Tivoli Garden during the incursion, or with people out with placards and free Dodos and Dodos died for us and we'll die for Dodos and Jesus died for us so we'll die for Dodos. Then and this gunshots going off and gangsters running around, and you know, if somebody take their cameras all the time or take pictures all the time in just a zinc fence community where beer murders happen and gunman area them there and all that, and then paint a wide picture like this is Jamaica. Like this is Jamaica. Where you say, Missy Bram Bram, Mr. Mini Shakira? Like this is Jamaica for real. I think the Haitians are going to be okay. I think the Haitians are going to be okay. I think a lot of the Haitians who came to the United States of America became Americanized. As in, they came here and they got used to stuff. Because, make no mistake about it, I saw a sister yesterday doing a video about Jamaica, and her video was, and I sat and I listened to her because she moved back to Jamaica 5 years now. And she said one thing she knows, that almost every Jamaican she has met overseas, she lived overseas for quite some time. She's still pretty young. I think she's in her early 40s or late 30s, but she moved back 5 years ago. You know? He does seem to have a different level of hatred for the Haitians, but it comes from racism, though. So the sister said, and the same message I was sent to the Haitians, that what the sister was sending to Jamaicans yesterday. She said, hey, I understand that a lot of you go on vacation in Jamaica and you see all the nice stuff and you spend your week or your 2 weeks, you know, and then you fly back out. She said, please, if you're over there in some foreign country and you're frustrating yourself purposely because you're like, I can't wait to go back to my yard, I can't stand this, I pack up and go home here, man. Please don't do it just because of that, she said. Don't do it just because of that, because there are a lot of frustrations in Jamaica as well. So don't paint this picture like when you run well and left foreign, everything is going to be perfect when you reach Jamaica. Because believe it or not, there are certain things that you are used to in the United States of America that is just frigged up, the best way I can put it, in Jamaica. And you're going to have to deal with that. So she's reminding us, like, please remember, if you're coming home for real, coming home for good, set yourself a certain way. Don't come here expecting like everything is going to be way better. I hear y'all talk about, the organic fruits and better food and cleaner air and all these other things. And that's cool because a lot of that is at your fingertips. However, there are a list of other things that you're just going to have to deal with or come and be a part of the fixing or the change of those things. And that's the same thing I'm going to say to my Haitian family. The video on his page makes me want to go there. It's nothing like they say. S Diva, exactly. And thank you for looking at that boy lens, S Diva, because it's so important to this conversation. I want people to actually go look so they can understand what I'm saying. His drone shots are sick. His on-the-ground camera, sick. Just the view of everything is sick. I have never seen him do a video, and he has lots of videos on YouTube, and he's been doing this for a while. His channel is just now starting to really take off. I have never seen him do a video where he had to run for his life, where he had to act like he was afraid, anything. It's just like Jamaica, about it clean, like in their marketplaces and stuff. He walks, he talks to people. This is what they want, the Haitians. And this is probably what a lot of traumatized Haitians still think all of Haiti looks like. Because when they ran away from Haiti to escape anything that was happening, this is what they left behind. The earthquake had damaged the buildings. Up to this day, these are recent photos. And up to this day, these buildings, look at these big concrete columns. I wouldn't even walk near a building like this because it looks like it can collapse at any time. And you're not going to be hit with cotton. You're getting hit with some big old concrete beams with steel inside of it. It's collapsing. And nobody has fixed them, right? So I took away some pictures and stuff from people who have visited Haiti recently. And some of the pictures are beautiful. Like, for instance, this one right here. This one right here comes from an outlook from somebody's favorite restaurant. And the guy said he goes to Haiti about twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year or more. And this is one of his favorite places because you could dine right there. And then you can go swim in the beach down there. And I thought, damn, they would have me think that the whole country is on fire and there's nowhere decent to go. Another one that had my attention was this one right here. This is just tourists arriving in Labadie. And the tourists arrive, they get off their ship, they take you. Nobody will tell you that they still do cruises there. Nobody will tell you that cruise ships pull up on a regular there. Nobody will tell you that these people get off the cruise ship and go stay at their respective locations. And they are the ones who are on Len's video, his latest video. Look at the one that he did for Cap Haitian, the latest one. It's Caucasian tourists that's telling you that they're outside all night, late in the night, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, break day, just sitting outside, walking the streets by themselves. No crime in those areas. And some of them said they've been doing it for years and they have no fear and they have never ran into any problems. Same thing for the women who are Haitian women who are telling you they walk street by themselves late at night coming home from functions. Nothing happens to them. Nobody bothers them. They have no issues. It's just the way how they are portrayed in the Western world, especially by U.S. media, that it's the worst place in the world. Look. You know what I'm saying? So for the Haitians, man, who have lost their TPS and they're about to pack you up and send you home, a lot of you have not been back to Haiti in a long time, over a decade. And a lot of them also never went to other places in Haiti. Most of them were city dwellers. They came from Port-au-Prince, Port-au-Prince is the place that's under fire. Right. What you say? He was telling me that he needs to go back and his brother just came back, Banches said. Right. So Port-au-Prince is the place that's under fire. That's like if the United States of America government got up today and said to all of us who are Jamaicans, you're gonna have to head home to Jamaica, and you have 1 month, or this is a regular street in Haiti. Regular street, no violence, no garbage pile up on the street, no crowding even, nothing, quiet. I seen Lens go to one place and then he was like, man, it's so weird for a place this beautiful to be this quiet. You know, how come it's not overrun by visitors and tourists and whatever? And their countryside locations, one of his latest videos, I saw him go spend a day with a family where the woman of the house cooked the meal for him and the little girl sitting outside getting her hair braided, children playing in the yard, you know. And you know how when some of us are from country might understand this, when we used to cook outside on wood fire and then the wood fire would blacken the outside of the pot, she had a damn river that ran right behind her house. So she would take the pot them down to the river, which was like just a little few steps behind our kitchen, our outside kitchen. She'd take the pot them, put them down by the little riverside, use the sand from the riverbed, scrub off the outside of the pot. Her pots them come back shiny, silver, and bring the pot them, turn them down. Like, I was looking at it like, man, I want to be there. All their food came off the land. So I don't think Haiti is as bad as I think a lot of us are caught up in what Western media shows us, and that's what we use to judge these places. Hence the reason why many of you have never tried Haitian food. Remember me telling you that? I spoke to you about that. I said I left Jamaica really young. I grew up in South Florida. South Florida, lots of Haitians around us, right? And I've never had Haitian food until the other day when I did the video, which is a while now. And I'm looking for some more Haitian food again. But I want to try other Caribbean island foods as well in my area. But that was the first time I tried Haitian food. And I said, yo, I'm a hypocrite myself. Because I was speaking to my audience about bridging the gap between all the Caribbean islands and having some kind of love for your fellow Caribbean people. And one of the best ways to do so is to go have some of their food. So somebody said, have some Haitian food, SouFlo, on video. And my mind was like, no, sir. You know, I know Haitian food, they eat cat. Because that's what we grew up being told in Florida, is that Haitians eat cats. And it's a delicacy for them. So I had never tried Haitian food. Until now, I realized, damn, it got to me too. The stigma got to me too, to the point where if I'm going out looking for food, I am definitely not looking for Haitian food. And I said to myself, I have to be the change I want to see. I have to get that from out of myself. Find a Haitian restaurant today. Buy some Haitian food today. Sit down and eat that meal. And you know what I noticed? I noticed that this is another place in Haiti right here. In Labadie, this is what I noticed. All the similarities in the preparation process of the food. The final outcome might be a little bit different. Some things they use to season, we don't use. The taste might be a little bit different because of the different variations of seasoning used, but we pretty much eat the same things. We call them different names. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, my Haitian brothers and sisters, here is my message for you now that TPS has ended. For those of you who don't have your proper papers to be here after this TPS thing is done, they're going to grab you They're going to drag you in. This is what they said they're going to do. They're going to grab you. They're going to drag you into confinement. They're going to process you out, and they're going to deport you, and they're doing it at rapid pace. That is why they said prepare for a blitz. If you watch football, you know what a blitz means. Blitz means going in, no warning, full speed, hit everything. You don't want that. You don't want that. My advice to you would be, if the American government said to me today and other Jamaicans, go home. Go home or risk your paperwork here. If you came here as a immigrant green card holder, we are taking away your citizenship. Your citizenship expires in 2 months. It's our land. We decide. I'm not staying around to fight that. I'm out of here. You will not get a chance to friggin' grab me out in the streets, jump out of vehicles, face masked up on me, guns on you, kicking me down to the ground, handcuffing me, dragging me off in some tinted vehicle to some location where my family don't know I'm at. I'm advising my brothers and sisters to don't wait, because they're gonna have fun doing it too. Some of you are gonna get hurt in the process really bad, and they're not going to care. They're not gonna care. Leave as soon as you can, fam. Go home. Haiti needs you. And I know you might have unfinished business here, but Haiti needs you. And you need Haiti at this point. You could go home and do things. I'm watching Len's video again, and it was showing young people who are coming back to Haiti and are being a part of the innovative process. As in, there's a young guy who had a company. He formed a company where delivery. So what he did was, all the businesses that are in that city, Cap Haitian, all those businesses, he goes around, physically goes around and invite these businesses for a fee to be featured on his site. Now, when people want to order something, they could order from any of those businesses on the site. And it's not just food delivery. You can shop, you can grocery shop, if you need a hammer and 10 nails, you can have it delivered from the local hardware store who Jean Francois owns the local hardware store. It's not no big fancy store, but he's setting up his business. You could go to Jean, you could order your stuff, you pay for it. We get the notification, we pick it up, we deliver it to your house. And he has his couriers on bikes. And I'm watching this and I'm saying, yo, all you got to do, man, is be innovative, be creative. This goes for us too. This goes for us. This goes for the Jamaicans who are getting deported back to Jamaica and they're crying like it's the end of the world. It's your country. That's where you come from. How is it the end of the world for you? You know, you could go home and do a lot of things. You just got to put your mind to it. And you got to take yourself out of this foreign mind thing. I know that some of you have spent a lot of time in this place and you have picked up on their ways. You know, like when you turn on the pipe in the bathroom, you expect when you put it to warm there to be hot water coming out of it. You can't take a cold shower no more because you haven't taken a cold shower in forever. You're not going to be good with when the light goes out because them have power cut all the time. And you're used to having lights, electricity 24/7, you know, and all these other soft things. But all that stuff you can get used to again. All that stuff you could get used to again. When you start jumping in rivers are usually cold. A beach in the Caribbean might be warm, but them rivers are cold as hell. When you start jumping in them rivers, you'll forget about hot water coming out of faucets in the United States of America, and that's why you want to stay there. You know? Mrs. B says, my son took a cruise there. He took a cruise to Haiti for his bachelor party for his college frat brother who was getting married and of Haitian descent. Yeah. And for some reason, I think there's a big divide between the Haitians, the ones who left versus the ones who stayed. And the ones who stayed, they're like, I don't know why they don't want to come home. We here, we live good. I mean, everything is not perfect, but we live a good life. I don't know why they prefer to stay in the US and go through all the stuff that they're going through, especially being threatened. You could just come home, just go to a different part of Haiti. The Buffaloso, the rest says, I'm sure and I'm hoping many had a nice savings account for a rainy day. Those can build a nice, small, medium home in a nice, safer area. Absolutely. Absolutely. The only ones that I'm really concerned about, though, because I think they're going to get robbed, are the one, and I mean robbed as in robbed in the United States of America. If you could imagine you came here 15, 20 years ago on TPS, you were never allowed to change your status, though, because you came through TPS. So the years went by, and you're like, you know what? I'm getting accustomed to this. Even your accent started to go away. You still speak Creole, but you don't speak it. Your English doesn't sound with a strong Haitian accent anymore. You met somebody, you fell in love, you had 20 years is a long time. You met somebody, you fell in love, you had a family, you raised children, your children are off to college, you bought a house, you got comfortable. And now they're like, hey, you got to go. Those are the people who might not be able to sell their house fast enough. And I don't know if there's a quick sale process where you could like hand it back to the bank and be like, I paid $400,000 for it. I'm selling it back to the bank. Sell it as fast as possible. $250,000. I'll take that out of here. Some of them are sitting on good money that could be like retirement money or start over money. It's never too late to start over in life. One thing in life, somebody said to me a long time ago, he said, one thing in life that is absolutely guaranteed, my brother, is change. Nothing stays the same. One thing that is absolutely guaranteed is change. So here it comes, change, and you're going to have to adapt to the change. Yeah, Karen noticed the river water, right? The river water is freezing, but you get used to it. So once you start going to river, you'll be all right. You won't remember so much like, oh, I need hot water in my faucet. Forgive my nonchalant demeanor, but it is unfortunate what is happening. But I've not yet met a Haitian that was nothing but hostile towards Jamaicans. I'm sorry for all affected, but they'll be fine. Lulu said she has not yet met a Haitian who was not hostile towards Jamaicans. I've never met Haitians who were hostile towards Jamaicans. So we are on the total opposite side. If anything, as a Jamaican, I have to be real honest with you. I've met more Jamaicans that are against Haitians, don't like them, got bad things to say about them, than I have met Haitians who are against Jamaicans. Most of the Haitians I've met throughout my life, and mind you, I've been around Haitians since I was 8 years old. I'm a grown-ass man in my 40s. Been around Haitians since I was 8 years old. I have never met a Haitian that said, F Jamaicans, I want to fight them, I don't like them, I hate them. Never. But I have been around Jamaicans who are like, F the Haitians, this, that, bad stuff. And I'm a Jamaican and I can say that. So what you experience is what you experience. My experience is not yours. Yours is not mine. You know what I mean? I come from where they have little Haiti. I always saw the Haitians as people who are going through their own fight. Like I explained to y'all before, when I came to the United States of America, right, and they were beating up on us and telling us, go back on your banana boat and all that, they were doing the same thing to the Haitians. They were doing the same thing to the Haitians. So the Haitians had to fight just like how we had to fight. And then they would try to call us Haitians. But we wanted to be Jamaicans so badly because we are Jamaicans. So there was a division that was put there because we had to tell them, I'm not Haitian, I'm Jamaican. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Hey, question.
Mm-hmm.
Once they start deporting or sending everybody back to Haiti,
Mm-hmm.
are they gonna take them to the bad part of Haiti where all of the crime and stuff is happening?
Okay,
Or are
that's
they gonna take them to where the vlogger, the content creator is showing the other part of Haiti?
that's a thing now, because the United States of America does not fly into Port-au-Prince. They have suspended for the longest all flights into Port-au-Prince, but they have allowed cruise ships and planes to land on a regular basis in Cap Haitian. So I am guessing that when they send the people back, they won't suddenly open up access to Port-au-Prince. They will actually be sending them into Cap Haitian, which is these pictures that I'm showing you of the place where they will be landing. Now they're just going to have to figure out their way from there, because nobody is going to be on the ground being like, you landed here, now we're going to situate you over here. You're back in your country. America don't give a damn about you after you hit the ground, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so they're going to be landing then in the nice part of Haiti that Lent's been showing.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, unless they just open up. I don't see them. What the reason why they closed and did no more flights to Port-au-Prince is because that flight that they did, they were fired up on. Like,
Well, I look at it like this. They closed Port-au-Prince because of the tourists. It's not because they were concerned about the Haitian people.
no,
That's what I think.
right, but if they open it, they can't stop
So
the
if
tourists
they're
from
opening
going.
it to bring back the people, they don't care where they bring them.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
but if they open it, they can't tell Americans, your government can't tell you where to go. So if they open it, they can't tell Americans not to go through there.
I'm
So,
not
so,
saying that they
so,
will tell Americans
Marie,
not to go through there.
no, you're
What I'm
missing
saying
me.
is they might open it just for that purpose, but they're not telling everybody that they're opening it.
All right, Marie.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's just like taking someone to Eswatini that belonged in Jamaica and the Jamaican government didn't know nothing about it.
I
The
got it.
prime minister didn't know nothing about it. So they can do things without letting the public know what they're doing.
Okay, I got it.
And that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
All right, cool.
I'm going back in the chat.
All right. Okay, so Marie, with you off the phone, let me say to the audience, what I was trying to let you understand is this. If they closed it, because you said they didn't close it because they care about Haitians, they closed it to protect the tourists. And I said yes, because the last flight they landed there, the gangsters in that area have big weapons and they fired up on the airplane and the airplane was hit. The airplane got shot up. So they said, we're not sending anymore there. We're closing off all planes heading into Port-au-Prince. Right. Now, if they open it, access to Port-au-Prince, just to be able to deport these Haitians, they won't be able to control if Americans decide to use the same transportation to head there as well. So the same people who you're saying that they closed it to protect, they will be buying tickets to go through there as well, which will be putting Americans at risk that are not Haitians. There are a lot of Americans who watch Lens and others who they don't think America's version of what is happening in Haiti is the actual version, and they're heading to Haiti regardless. So I don't think that they're going to open it just to put the Haitians in there. Now, here's another thing. How do you move 300 plus thousand people without anybody noticing? It's not going to happen. We're going to notice when these Haitians start getting, we're going to notice when ICE start blitzing them, start running in on them, start dragging them in the streets, just like how we noticed when they were doing it to the Hispanic people. We're going to notice when they start grabbing Haitians. We're going to notice when the flights start lifting off heading to Haiti. We're going to hear from people in Haiti like that boy Lenz and the rest of them. Flights are landing. The flights are landing in Haiti. They're landing in Cap Haitian. Flights are landing now. Oh, the airport is now open in Port-au-Prince. We're going to hear. So it's not like they can hide it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying to say to you. So it's not like they can hide it. But once the people get there to Haiti, America don't give a damn about you. Just like how when they deport somebody from the US that's Jamaican, once you get onto Jamaican soil, they don't care about you. They don't care if you don't have anywhere to go. They don't care if nobody is picking you up or if the local gang members and gang leaders are sitting outside waiting to do recruitment, which is something that happens in Jamaica. They sit out there and they wait to do recruitment. They look for who doesn't have any family member to come pick them up. Remember when we went through the Klansman One Dan gang trial with Andre Blackman and Chief Justice Sykes, I believe, was officiating that. And one of the things that came out was this is a part of their recruiting. They would go out there when they heard that these planes were landing, and they would look for guys who nobody came to pick up. And that's how they recruited one of the particular guys who they actually tried to get him to go kill somebody, and he wouldn't do it. But this was after they took him shopping. This was after they bought shoes for him, because somebody else had met him when he landed and took away his shoes, and he didn't have anything else, so he was barefooted. And they're like, yo, jump in the car, man. You don't have nobody. And they must say, no, I don't have nobody. You know, I don't have nobody. And they're like, when last you eat something? A decent meal. So they carry him, go get him food, you know, give him a place to stay, take him shopping, buy him shoes, clothes, everything. And he didn't know that he would have been indebted like that. He took all the stuff they gave him, and then he went and got a job at the local grocery store. And he was out there sweeping up the parking lot, remember? And they testified how they were circling the parking lot and how Blackman pointed him out. And Blackman said, all right, seem that. And then how when we drive off, you're supposed to murder him and they kill him. And the guy that was with Blackman said he was laughing when he heard the gunshots going off because he knows that that's his orders being carried out. The youth wouldn't kill for them. So they killed him. So they're aware of all that, what could happen to you if they drop you in a volatile area, but they don't care. They just want you out of America. I honestly don't think they're going to be opening Port-au-Prince airport to do it. They're going to be doing it to look good. So they're going to be like, we dropped them someplace safe. They were in Cap Haitian. There's no violence going on in Cap Haitian. It's pretty nice. You can watch all the vloggers and bloggers out of Haiti. You can see how nice it looks. Actually, we dropped them in paradise. They can figure the rest out from there. It's their homeland. It's time for them to go home. End of story. That's that. And that's what I think is going to happen. People are going to be videoing. Yeah, so it's not something that is going to be done like no secret mission and it's one flight or two flights and nobody knows. You know, Haiti is just as advanced as all other parts of the world. That's why I thought it was important to show these pictures this morning. They have internet too. They have all the modern day things that everybody else has too. They have luxury vehicles there. They have everything else. You know, they have all-inclusive accommodations and all these things just like everybody else has as well. So we're going to be seeing it. We're going to be seeing it as it unfolds. My message to the Haitians, though, before I change this topic is this. Go home. Don't let these people drag you and then y'all be over here dying in custody, because you know that's going to happen too, right? Another one dies in custody because they're going to be handling you rough. They're going to be handling you rough. They're going to be sending a bunch of Caucasian and Hispanics after you because that's mostly who wears those uniforms, and they're going to be handling you rough. No, make no sense getting broken up and cut up just to be thrown on a plane and land where you didn't want to go in the first place. Anyways, make your mind up to go home. In closing this, I'll say this. If this was to happen today, to me, I would be going home. I would be going home. I think I can start over in Jamaica and I would be fine. I see people leaving my comment section stuff like, you worried about the Haitians, you need to worry about yourself because you next. You weren't born here, SouFlo. You're from a Caribbean island too. So when they take away your status too, you're going to have to take your ass back to Jamaica. Let's make this very, very clear, okay? If they said go home, I'm taking my ass home. I'm not even staying to fight. I'm taking my ass home. The only reason I'm here, because I got unfinished business here and I've been here since I was a child. And all my children were born here, and I got 7 of them. And I got to make sure these children are okay. But don't think I'm going to be scared to go back to where I come from. And, and the people who are saying these things in the comment section are people who identify themselves as FBA, Foundational Black Americans again. And on that note, I have a message for my FBA family. I never said this out loud before, but I'm going to say it out loud this morning. I think y'all are infiltrated. I think the FBA is an organization that was made in a think tank of one of those 3-letter organizations, the people who I don't love to call their names, because their names trigger something in the algorithm and then they're on your ass. But y'all know who I'm talking about. And I think that was put together to sow more seed of discourse and disruption and division amongst different groups of blacks. Because before we heard of FBA, I never seen so many African Americans talking about, bitch, I was born here. I'm a FBA. My people blood is in this soil. Y'all can get the F out of our country. I've never seen that before. And as soon as they did that, and they put that one guy, Tariq Rashid, in charge of this, and he's the spearhead, and he gets out here and he starts popularizing it, here comes the followers, and he's giving them something. Do you know that same guy first was on, and this is how I know it's an infiltration, because you know what he was on before? He was on some Garveyism shit before. He was on some unification stuff before, regardless of who we are. He was on some return to Africa before. Go look it up. And then out of the blue, I don't want to do that no more. We're FBA. So y'all FBA, Foundational Black Americans, so you call yourself. If you are a part of that organization, then you are being used, because they are the black people who are telling other black people, I don't F with the Africans because they don't like us, and we and the Africans are 2 different set of people. They're not our brothers. We carry different genes, and those that come from the Caribbean, they could go back to the Caribbean because all they do is come here and take our jobs and live off our benefits that we supposed to get and all this. All they wanted was for infighting to happen. And they're doing it through the FBA. Because ain't nobody else fighting. Nobody else is fighting. Everybody else good. Somebody put this together and y'all fell for it. Okay? So now when you over here throughout the election, when they were instrumental, they are the group, African Americans, that decided, I'm not voting for her. She not black. She Indian. I'm talking about Kamala Harris. They drank the Kool-Aid. They helped to spread all of that. She ain't black. That bitch ain't Jamaican. She lying out her ass. She just want, because she knows a large Caribbean population here that's citizens. She want their votes. So now she pandering to them, talking about she got Jamaican roots and stuff. She lie as hell. Even when I tried to educate them and I go pull up all her pictures, you could literally see Kamala Harris' life in pictures. Like, she been in Jamaica ever since she was little. It's not like she just got big and somebody told her, hey, you have Jamaican roots. And she's like, oh, really? Oh, let me fly down to Jamaica and see what it looks like. Like, the girl been going to Jamaica her whole life. Her family members still live there. We try to educate them. They're telling us, yeah, right. They making that shit up. That's not real. That's fake. They were so gung-ho, bent on supporting that other guy. How y'all feel now? I know a lot of y'all African Americans who call yourself FBA, a lot of you have, you spent a long time hearing them call y'all ghetto queens and ghetto dwellers and lazy and all this and welfare babies and all this other stuff, right? How do y'all feel now? Because all of the stuff that is being taken away, your community is going to get hit the hardest. Y'all have grandmothers who can't afford her medication. And y'all over here worried about they not like us. They not our people. We different. They could go, yeah, get up out my country. Get up out my country. Really? FBA. Do y'all know how long we've been here? FBA, the Caribbean community, has been here since the 1700s. This is factual history you can go look up. We were here helping you fight your way up out of slavery too, and being enslaved with you in the late 1600s. We came through fully in the 1700s, and we've been here since then. That is the reason why a lot of the people who you hold as heroes, if you check their background, they are Caribbean connected. Trinidad, Jamaica, other islands, Haitians. And somebody sowed a seed of discourse, engineered this FBA BS, and y'all are falling for it again. So I implore all Black people, stay clear of that FBA bullshit, because that's what it is. It's bullshit. And I have to say it again, it's bullshit. When white people look at you, man, and look at me, they don't see, oh, he's a Jamaican, and that other one is an American. If we stand side by side, they see two ninjas. You know the N-word that they don't want you to use? That's all they see. Y'all better get on board and stop allowing divide and conquer to rule all the damn time. Because you just a pawn on their chessboard, and believe me, they playing chess. You over there with your small-ass moves doing checker moves, they playing real chess. I don't know what other else way to say it. So I see them rejoicing that TPS ended for 350,000 Haitians. And yep, get their ass up out of here. Get them the F out our country. And I'm like, wow. Wow. I wish y'all all the best, man. In my mind, though, let me end it like this so there's no confusion. In my mind, we are all the same people. Meaning, I'm talking about us, Black people. We all the same people. That is why if you put all of us in a big stadium and pile all of us in there, it's going to be very hard for you to pick people out and be like, oh, that's a Jamaican right there. Yep, that's a Haitian right there. Yeah, that's definitely a FBA right there. You won't be able to pick who is who because we are genetically the same people. That's why you look like my family members. That's why I look like your family members, and you can't differentiate. So y'all better wake up. Wake up. All right? At SouFLo, but just giant mind them mess up the flow, but you spitting straight facts. Yeah, fam. Message to the FBA, message to my Haitians and message to the FBA community. Those are the two that I had for them this morning. Banches says, haha, where I work, engineering, there is no FBA. All the Black people here, we all have a Caribbean background. Either we were born in the Caribbean or they are kids from immigrants from the Caribbean. Now, that might get some people tight because, Banches, that might get some of them tight because they're going to be like, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all come take up all the jobs and whatever. And you willing to do it for way less than they would pay us. That's why they got you here. It's not necessarily so. It's not necessarily so because all the Caribbean people that I know that live here in the U.S. that have legal status, they also have the right to demand fair pay and pay at a higher level. Ain't nobody coming through here scraping off nothing, no dirt off the ground and eating it. Give me that, so I'll take it. I was going to do it. Half of the time, the jobs are there and y'all don't want it. Straight up, half of the time, the jobs are there and y'all don't want it, or it's in areas that you don't want to go. This is to my FBA people. It's like when I do travel therapy, right? I purposely choose to go. I love Texas, and because the money is good in Texas like crazy. I can't even explain it, but I choose to go way out in Texas, not just Texas, where I'm going into the big cities. Where I go in Texas, you're going to drive for a while till all you see is like mountains and ranches and horses running wild and this kind of stuff, right? And tumbleweed blowing across the streets. Literally tumbleweeds. I've never seen this except for in old Western movies. Tumbleweeds, when you hear that sound, and you see dust storms and tumbleweeds. I choose to go there. I choose to go there because y'all ain't going there. And that's why the money is so good. They try to get y'all to come out there, but y'all don't want to come out there because you want to be where it's nice and where it's crowded and where you can go partying in the night and go to a restaurant around the corner and be in the thick of things. And I, as an immigrant, don't care about any of that. I'm not there to party. I'm not there to do any of that. I can party on the weekend for one day. I can get to it when I need to, but I treat it as a mission. Like I'm here to lock down some serious money. So I go to the far corners where y'all don't go. It's not that it's not afforded to you. And the whole time I'm out there, I do see African-American brothers and sisters come through. And guess what? They're the first ones to cut their contract short and leave. I don't know how long I could do this for, man. I don't like it out here. And it got late last night. I said, where you staying at? Let me give you an example. I said, where you staying at? They say I'm staying in town. Mind you, in town is about a 45, 50 minute to an hour ride away, right? I say, you drive all that way? Why don't you just get a room at the local motel? I'm in some city, some little pocket city that got one motel, one gas station. And at the gas station, people treat it like a grocery store. And they got one little grocery store that is actually split into grocery store / hardware store / farming store, where they sell all the food for the animals and everything like that, farming equipment, all of that. All that in one little place. They're like, nah, I can't stay around here. This ain't for me. I got to be somewhere nice and comfortable. Well, guess what? Me, I go in. I choose somewhere close. Minimize the amount of money I have to spend on gas traveling back and forth because I'm trying to pocket every dollar I make, right? I go in there, roaches flying across the room. You know I'm scared of flying roaches, right? I go in there, I'm boxing roaches flying across the room and stuff. We clean up the room, make it livable, spray it out, make it nice. One time I had to go to the local store and buy like 6 bottles of the roach sprays, and I sprayed that place down till it was wet, and I just stayed somewhere else for 2 days and let it air out. And I go back in there and I fix up the place nice and make it comfortable. And I'm 5 minutes away from work, so I'm the first one in every morning. I'm the last one to leave. So every time they say, hey, we have some overtime, and we could give you as many hours as you desire, we would rather give it to you than have to go get somebody else who's going to have to travel from way over yonder. And then these people might not want it, blah, blah. I say, give it to me. Give me as many hours as you could give me. One time I was getting paid $65, $70 an hour, and I'm doing like 80 hours a week. Y'all could do it too. Y'all could do it too. But y'all don't want to do it. And then you blame us. Yeah, he Jamaican. He probably ain't even got his papers straight. He probably over there working for half of what they would pay us. Nope, I'm working for the same amount they would pay you. And I'm not working for nothing less. And although I'm a Jamaican, I'm a citizen here. So I could go to the other places that you go, but I don't want to be in that shit. I want to be way out there where I could concentrate on this work, get to this money, and I'm going to be so tired and sleepy. By the end of my contract, I'm supposed to have a certain amount of money saved. That way, if I'm away from home, cause remember, I know Florida, me living up. So if I'm working half of the year, I expect to have enough money saved up to be off from work for the next half of the year. Y'all come through here, y'all like, this ain't, I don't see nothing around here. They don't have no clubs. There's nothing exciting. I don't like it. I'm like, but you signed a contract already. They're like, yeah, but I'm gonna break it. I'm like, how do you break a contract? It's a medical contract. You're gonna break it. It's gonna be hard for you to get another one. If this is on your resume, you keep breaking these contracts. I don't care. I ain't staying out here. All right. I'll give it about a week. I'll try and see. Maybe I'll end up liking it. A week time, gone. I go into work in the morning. I'm like, where's so-and-so? They're not coming in? And they're like, nah, so-and-so called us yesterday to let us know that she won't be coming back here. So we're going to have to get somebody else to fill her place. I'm like, yo, that's what happens. That's what happens. So y'all stop letting this stupid ass FBA BS get to your head. I don't see none of you as no FBA nothing. Your ancestors were sent to the Caribbean because some of them were unruly as hell and they couldn't break them here. So they sent them to the buck breaking farms in the Caribbean, especially Jamaica. We are literally the same people. All right. Last talk. Moving on to a next topic, right? What'd you say? Yeah, the flying roaches. The flying roach. Yo, one night, sidetrack for a little bit. One night, right? I told the story before, but if you never heard it, you never heard it. It's new. I got into this town, right? And this is the first time I'm seeing Black people riding horses. Like riding horses in the middle of a modern town. And I stopped at a red light and a group of young Black guys just ride past me. All I heard was you could hear the horse, the feet, and they stopped at the red light like cars. And then the light turned green and they take off on the horses and I'm like, damn, I'm far out. It turned out to be one of the best places I ever went and lived in Texas, right? Now, I'm out there. I got a place. The place I got, it had a jacuzzi in the bedroom. I'm like, oh, I'm flexing. I got a jacuzzi in my bedroom. You know, I'm flicking it up. I'm taking pictures. I'm putting them on social media. I'm telling everybody this is the life right here. You know what I'm saying? It's worth going to school because I was fresh out of school, just got a degree. I had worked in my field. I got hired before I even graduated because they were like, I can't wait for you to graduate. Come work for us, just off of my fieldwork experience. So I did that. But they only had me for like PRN hours as needed. And I decided, you know what? This PRN money is sweet. Imagine if I was making this full time. And then somebody said, you might want to go traveling because that full-time money plus the travel expenses paid or the travel per diem money is going to be a lot more. And when I checked out the first travel check, I was like, oh, damn. All right. So I'm out of here. I ends up at this place. You know, I'm like, yeah, I got a jacuzzi in my bedroom, all this. First thing first, the jacuzzi looked nice. The room looked big and clean. It had a balcony, big old balcony that slide out to a nice garden. I jump in the jacuzzi. I went and got to celebrate. I went and got a bottle of wine. I fill up the jacuzzi tub. I went to go turn the bubbles on because I want all the effects, you know what I'm saying? I poured in my stuff. There was a Walmart not too far. I went down there. I got the bubble bath stuff. I poured it in. You know, I'm away from my family. I'm just going to be chilling with me and this bottle of wine in this jacuzzi. I flip the switch. That thing said, no bubbles, no nothing. I said, damn. All the fancy jets in it, none of them work. So I said, man, I got a broken jacuzzi in my... What I'm going to do, take a bath beside my bed? You know what? I'm going to still make the best of it. It's all good. So I still sat in it, take pictures, had splash up the water myself and bubble it up and take picture and small videos and post them, have everybody thinking, I say, look, I got a jacuzzi in my bedroom, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking a bubble bath, you know, and that time now work, you know, but I mean, I go and hold it down. You see that first night there, I got out of that jacuzzi, emptied it, I step in the shower, I wash off, I lay down. I think I lay down with a towel around me, just no clothes or nothing. And I'm enjoying the ambience, my friend. Turn on the little TV and decide, say, go to sleep. Tomorrow, I'm going to go check out the facility I'm going to be working at. But just reaching a town. I thought the TV was bothering me at first. Maybe it was something that on the TV screen that made it feel like something passed over me. So I'm going to turn off the TV, the room, dark, no. I felt something run up my body and cross my face. And I said, oh, this must be like maybe a thread I hang out of the sheet. I don't like using hotel room sheets, motel room sheets. But I thought maybe it's a thread that's something I hang out of a sheet. So flick off the sheet, so. When I flicked that sheet off, I felt something run straight across my face. I jumped up out of I'm paranoid now because I'm like, yeah, something definitely run across my face just now. So I run and turn on the light. So when I turn on the light, the room covered in friggin' roaches. One of the roaches, them big as hell, fly on pitch. And it hit the curtain so hard, it was like, poof, on the curtain. And we having a standoff. I'm looking at the roach I look upon me. I look upon the roach look like it look upon me. And I'm like, shit, you know when the roach like do like this with its wing, like it's about to fly, but it don't move. I said, this roach is intimidating me because the roach live here. So I'm in the roach space. Man, I fling on some clothes real quick. I ran out that room. I ran down to the front desk of that hotel I was in. I said, hey, I just booked for a week here, right? Come and book for a week first, just to see how it's like. And then I was going to book for the remainder of my stay. I said, I just booked for a week, and I was planning on staying here for my whole contract, 13 weeks. But I can't stay in no room that got all them roaches in there. Hear the lady at the front desk. What? You have roaches? Can't be. We just had this place, we just did an extermination and had the place fumigated and everything. I said, listen, I'm pissed. I'm like, the roaches are running over me while I'm sleeping. So she was like, I'll go up there and I'll take a look. She came up, she took a look. The roach, them skill, them hide, them make it seem like nothing never happened. I told her, I said, I'm going down the street. There's a hotel, but it's way expensive. What I pay for a night, what I pay for a week at this place, this raggedy place where I try and make it look good, is what they charge for one night at the other hotel that they have. This is for the real tourists, them will have money. The oil workers that come through here, right? Like the oil boss, them. Because if you drive past there, you see all the fancy vehicles and the oil vehicles parked up. So I told them, I said, I'm going to stay there for 2 nights. And I'm going to give you 2 days to fix this. That's the room I told you I had to go. Because I never trust what them do. So I had to go get like 6-7 bottles of roach spray. I spray the place, I wrap up my face and spray the place till everything is wet with roach spray. And I'll give 2 days for everything to dry out and whatever else. And they went in there and did their own thing. Do you know what the roaches were, where they were coming from? Because I went back in there and I slept. And of course I had to deal with the roach spray smell, even though the roach spray says it has no smell. It definitely carried a smell still on the bottle that says it has no smell. But may I deal with all of that still. I seen another roach one night. Like the same night I went back in there, I seen another roach. But the roach ran towards my room, and there's a door that separates my room from the other room over there. Whoever is staying over there. So when we moved towards the roach, now the roach turned around and run back under the door. I went right back down to the desk. I said, hey, a big ass roach just came in my room. It's huge. I've never seen a roach this big. You got to come do something about this. She said, where did it go? Because the last time you said you saw roaches and I came and I didn't see them. I said the roach just ran back under the door over to the room next door. She said, "Oh, you know what? Those people next door to you, they are long-term stayers here. It was one white woman, severely obese, one skinny black man. They were both breaking up with their permanent partners and being together, and they were waiting for availability in some local apartment, government housing, and them await. So they're staying there. So in there, they have like their little cook thing where you cook pan, like a portable stove where you plug in and cook pan, hot plate, and all these things." That's what she said. She was like, she never said black nothing and white nothing. I saw that it was that. So she said, yeah, they're staying over there, blah, blah, blah. They might not be keeping the place good. And we're having trouble with them paying to stay here because they haven't paid in how many days and they're on a daily pay thing. She said, tomorrow when they're not there, because they leave every day, I'm going to go in there and look and see if the place is being kept clean. Yo, you see when that lady bust the door open, the people them cook and stuff boil over and they just leave it there and decide to eat something else. It's like food everywhere, half eaten everything everywhere, hot dogs, half eaten hot dog, all these other things, roaches everywhere over there. She was like, oh my God. Okay, we apologize. So the first thing they did was seal the door. No, I can't sleep comfortably now because I know what's over there now. She showed it to me. And I was like, I can't sleep comfortable now because I asked her, I said, can they come through the AC vent? She was like, probably, but I don't think so if we keep it up high and cold or whatever. I'm like, she was like, don't worry, give us 24 hours. We'll get this done because we're going to put them out today. So when I come back in that evening, I went to work. The next day I came back in the evening. She told me they were evicted today. They had to leave. And then they're having a cleaning crew come in there. So the rest of the time I was there, I didn't have to fight no roaches no more. But I'm just telling y'all roach stories like, and that ain't the first place that I've had to fight roaches just to be able to stay there. So I can earn money from the local facility that's down the street from where I decided to stay. We really get in these trenches and get to that money. You know, we really get in these trenches and get to that money, man. But people who understand travel life, for those of you out here in this who are travel nurses and travel therapy and travel this and travel that, you understand what I'm saying. You get to some place sometimes you can't afford to stay. It's not that you can't afford it. It's more like you're trying to take home as much of the money that you made on the road as possible. So if I try to decide to live up and live big, and people used to cuss me, you know, because I used to actually vlog from these rooms. And you want to hear the people, them, especially when Shakira came to stay with me on one of these, they're like, yo, take the girl and send her go back to our mother yard, man, or send her go back to our parents. Broke boy, you have her in some little nasty, dingy hotel room and motel room, like when you can't afford to stay nowhere better. I'm telling these people that it's not that I can't afford to stay nowhere better, is that there is nowhere else to stay in this city. So I would have to stay in another city and drive in to work here. But at the end of the day, that's the sacrifice you make. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fight some roaches. You're going to sleep uncomfortably and all of that. But you're going to make it happen, which I did. So big up to the travelers, the people, the people out here still traveling and doing it. That's what it is. And shout out to my African-American family, especially those of you who don't see any division between us, because there should be none, because we are the same people. All right. With that said, moving right along. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Come on, SouFLo, I'm on.
But then, family, welcome.
You know, say, other day, we talk about the Haitian, I want you to say, I hope say your friend text us to a Haitian here or here. But when I tell you that the same, you tell me, say, hate is even cool figure now. I tell him, say, when I joke with him, I say, but talk serious, I'm going to walk here and things. I'm going to say, true, we plan to go Haiti on vacation, then.
Him say Haiti is not cool to go now.
It's not safe.
Not safe.
So, Bridget, now. Yeah. So in case, say, people, I thought that I really want to go. And him say, yo, we they talk with a few more different Haitians and Jamaican, and one time we walk off that time and tell me, I talk like I agree with them and I can't silence or some conversation. But we walk with them and say, yo, bro, don't go this now. He said, don't go now, it's not safe. Let him tell me. And now, maybe a Connecticut.
But when last him go Haiti though? He's telling you don't go now because it's
In
not
my
safe.
family, in my family, just like come my family, I can't know what going on the ground. In my family. You know what I mean?
But
And
Haiti
they
big,
come
bro.
Connecticut.
Haiti big, you know?
Yeah, I know what I say.
Yeah, it's just like somebody I tell me, don't go Jamaica right now, SouFLo, because it's not safe, you know?
Yeah, you can't compare Haiti to Jamaica, yo.
Why not?
I'm telling you this soft road. Maybe realistically, you must say probably we don't want to hurt your feelings, but it's realistic. But
No man, just talk man about feelings. Why not? Why you can't compare Haiti to Jamaica in that term?
Because Haiti is in a more critical condition where violence can break and the possible things that happen. See? I'm talking to Haitians every day and I work with Haitians.
You're not the only one. Haitians are everywhere. Hear me, I tell you. You don't buy that, man. We just spent. I see you tuning in late because we just spent a while just now talking about just that. If somebody
on the work,
yeah, me know you missed the conversation, and I could tell immediately by what you're saying that you missed the conversation. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Haiti is just like everywhere else. It have its bad part and it have a really, really, really good part. When you have people who are on the ground in Haiti, I'm not listening to nobody who is outside of Haiti. I'm listening to the people them who are traveling there, who are filming videos there, who are there on a daily basis. Them the people that me I listen to because they can tell you exactly what's going on. So if somebody said to me, yo, SouFLo, and a good time for go Jamaica, you know, kind of place well violent. And I asked the person which part of Jamaica you talk about or which part you come from. And the person go said to me, say, yo, dog, you know, you say war broke out of Spanish Town. I can say to that person after Spanish Town is not the whole of Jamaica. I want like a piece of Jamaica that Jamaica big. And me now go Spanish Town and Mobile me go. Or me now go Spanish Town and Clarendon me go. Or me go Yasso or me go Deso. It's the same thing that's happening in Haiti, bro.
And when I think it mean now, it means that the airport they can get locked down anytime you're stuck in Haiti, you must tell me.
That now
it must say you can good enough. But war can break out the port of Spain and anywhere you get the person and talk to lock down the airport, then you're stuck in Haiti.
Port of Spain and Trinidad. But they have one airport at Haiti we call that's in Port-au-Prince. Mm-hmm. And then them have a airport that's in Cap Haitian, and they have others. But Cap Haitian is perfectly safe, has never been locked down. It is nice there. It looked like Mobi or Ochi. It's also where the cruise ships dock. Nobody now get locked in there.
Me I say about my virgin was so long I say because the whole connective function working. Tell me say no go in one country when him talk how him love him country and thing. And him can tell me that me no know.
Some of them are no good. Some of them are no good ambassador for them own country, man. And a lot of the times they are the ones who haven't been back in a long time too. But they don't want to tell you that. They'll tell you about them go there regular and them have family there. Sometimes them family that's there, they're not even in touch with that family that's there. But they try to use that to, you know what I mean, solidify themselves as a Haitian. And I know so much about Haiti and I'm connected when they're not. You can't just listen to anybody, bro.
I'm saying something, right?
Yeah.
So you could consider Jamaica as a good place for young people to start off in?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't.
Absolutely. If listen, bro, yeah, go on like I said, there aren't Jamaicans who are young people who are make it in Jamaica. The only problem with we is that our population too big for that little country there. And so it's like having one piece of bread because we have some thieving politicians, so the resources are stolen. Majority of the resources are stolen. So if we actually had things in place for more of us wouldn't have to leave to go find better. But let me tell you something. There are lots of young people in Jamaica who are living way better than you who they are foreign. Me now ask me, I tell you, I go Jamaica, go see them.
A few, 1%.
It's not no 1% and it's not no few, bro.
And me tell you this, No for them
It's
you to
only
get
for
help
them.
from family over abroad.
Then,
Fellas.
okay,
No,
but they do.
No for them is no get help from family over abroad.
Then the regular thing that's a part of our culture.
Listen now.
Yeah.
Me the really speak. I'm telling her them come from every day. Me not beg no friend. Me how me see it, that's how me go talk. Me not go preach up to nobody.
Then go on, man. Talk.
Jamaica is deplored with economy where the work sector is concerned. You left college. My friend, which me have, we left college, Julia, about my age, and if run like Jamaica and come a foreign. You hear me, I say? So how come
me have family members like that too?
Yes.
Me
So
have family members like that too.
At least agree that Jamaica is not a starting point for young people.
Bro, you have people in America who are born and raised here and still couldn't make nothing out of themselves neither.
You know, get the message. You go over the point.
No, I'm not going over the point.
This young man in a Jamaica can turn gruff if you can't let Jamaica. While if you're in America,
I don't believe that.
But by the time you reach 40, you have a house in your 2 house in your car.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Hear the narrative what you just said. You said an ambitious young man in Jamaica will end up turn gruff if he can't leave Jamaica, and I don't believe that. Me not believe that.
Me must live at Jamaica, we don't know for them.
No, me not believe that.
Nowhere to go.
You know people who used to be ambitious and then them lose hope and them forget where them is and then them stop trying. And then you can become a gruff. But ambitious, the other day I tell people about the man when we meet at Westmoreland, where him used to work in the tourism industry. And the brother said, one day him get up and said to himself, say, I one morning I push out, I go Clarendon from West, and Auntie Cutie said, when I want some breakfast, I'm going to get some breakfast. I know I can get some good breakfast, you know. And I say, yeah, porridge and them thing there. And one time we push out, this is the man. He was getting ready to push out him car. Brother, when me tell you about use your ingenuity and put your shoulders to the wheel, the brother is pushing a whole restaurant. I was so impressed by just the thing that he was pushing, because look like no hand cart or no nothing. And when I asked the man if he have porridge yet, I say early in the morning, I know you don't have no porridge yet. Him say, yeah man, come up. Him wake up from 4 o'clock this morning or 3 o'clock. Him say, I have cornmeal porridge, I have omni porridge, I have peanut porridge, I said, blood fire. The man have like a list of things already. He's ready for his audience. He have saltfish fritters, he have ackee and saltfish, he have food figure with it, he have like banana steamed on with it. Ambitious people make it anywhere, bro.
So from again, a joke saying, if you hear talk about the FDA,
ambitious people make it anywhere, brother. So don't say that about Jamaica, about ambitious youth. We end up turn gruff if you left Jamaica.
My father is an electrical scientist, right? He know about electrical on a different level, like the Japanese stuff, to live in a decent way, right? After me tell my father have friends who have a safe education, and they are Southfield, Jamaica, with food basket, and then people are farming them because they never get the opportunity. Listen, man, we must try to school with my father.
And they never apply themselves, bro.
And man, friend that about this, no? The man stop at the man every day. I want to say, why my father stop at the other man? Because only people answer anything. I want my father talk to people upscale to come to society again. And then I see my stop and talk to them, don't laugh, I stand in the car, I chill. And the one day in the start, him said, this is the man there. I'm going to see him school, not same education. Him just to get the opportunity to get in a life. That's why I'm there. So trust me, sometimes there are slack for some and slack for none, and you turn gruff if you can't handle what you got.
You turn gruff if you want, turn gruff.
You know, listen to SouFLo.
Me, I listen to you, brother. Oh, you say me not listen to you, I'm quiet and make you talk the whole time.
All right, but look, listen, man.
You turn gruff if you want, turn gruff, bro. Jamaican and turn you in a no gruff. You turn gruff
what
if
you
you
want,
want,
turn
turn gruff.
What I mean by that? You have to go fight harder, and you're not gonna be a slim chance of you being as successful as how you're coming to America and hold head straight and do the right thing. If there's no resources, what are you going to use to reach up to the level? As I no Jamaica never got to scamming. As I'm turn a blind eye to scamming. You're so busy with them.
S Diva, that is where I was getting to in the story. Because one time I see the man cat, right? and him contraption when him build up to move around the town and sell him food and thing. And he said, man, him working in the tourism industry, him say, one day him said to himself, say, if I'm doing all this for other people, me sure me can do better than this for myself. And that's where he started with it, right? So he's a professional chef, you know, but him never make pride hold him down. And that was a part of my conversation, because I said to him, or not to him, but I said in the conversation, I say, you know, sir, some people, them pride would have hold them down, because them no want nobody see them a push no cart, go nowhere, go sell no food. Them rather tell somebody that I'm a professional chef or a Michelin 5-star chef at the Fontainebleau Hotel on the West Coast or blah, blah. It sound much better, right? Him say, him not care about none of that. So the man, when me I look, you see, in a yard me go, because we catch him early in the morning before him push out. So we're in his yard. And me I see the man house, and the man had a vehicle them, and all these things, and I'm like, damn. Me know people where they're foreign will work many years after them leave Jamaica and still don't own any of what he has here.
Because they're not idiot.
And not because they're not idiot, bro. It's because it's because that is what I'm trying to show you, is that it's not Jamaica turn nobody in a croft and lack of opportunity. It's because them stop trying. People once you stop trying, brother, you can be ambitious and then be non-ambitious, you know. Once you stop desiring to be and stop pushing forward, you have become non-ambitious, and then that is when things start happening to the contrary for you. So I'm not to blame Jamaica, I just you stop trying. And another thing, hold on, give me a chance. Another thing, what you went to school for, right? Not necessarily means that you have to go work, you know. Because if you go to school, I see people already go to school, and the degree that they earned in school is not what made them rich in life. And them genuinely well off in life financially, we would have called them rich. And it's not the degree that they went to school for. It's a passion for another path that they took, or it was an opportunity. The whole of we get 24 hours in a one day. If you just sit on there fixated on this one degree and what you are going to do with it, and if it don't work out, you don't know where you are going to go next, and then boom, Jamaica turn me in a croft car, I go a UWI, I get that degree and I couldn't find no job in it, me done. That is your choice. Enough people at Jamaica go school, get them degree, couldn't find nothing in other field there, and still end up through ingenuity, using their brain, putting their shoulders to the wheel, came out good. And better than some of the people them who actually went and get the same degree what them have.
It's so from so why Jamaica is American? Why not stay then? We should encourage them to stay in Jamaica and be successful.
Bro, because people can go where them want to go, and a lot of people are sold on the idea that Jamaica is not good for them, and you have to go a foreign, because foreign is where it's at, and when you get there, you know, your life is gonna be perfect. A whole heap of we get sold on that idea then. You know, somebody said to me, say, brother, somebody say, you know, sir, where people them were raised with, they make a mistake. I'll tell you a mistake what they make. I say, what? I mean, I like nobody talk about my grandparents, them and they're sitting there, my parents. What mistake they make? The person said they made a mistake because they raised us to leave Jamaica. Him say, SouFlo, me listen to your talk. Me hear you tell a story about how Miss Ruby used to make you walk around the house and say, I know Dessa, it's over there. I know Yasso, it's over here. I know them there, it's theirs, it's ours. And she used to correct you, and my grandmother used to say, one day you're going to be living in the United States of America, and you're gear, she did a gear you feel left, and she should have been gearing you to stay.
So can I be? Let me make some point quickly. That's a man, Russell. Then I know, so you make to fly to my brain. Okay, now say something to piss off my wife also.
That's the way I say, man.
Let's say, then you have FDA, right? Mm-hmm. Or you have FDJ, Foundational Black Jamaican. I'm going to say, then you and my wife are the same thing. Or not come from a place where you get drugged from Jamaica. No, but she was on you because she drugged from Jamaica for fancy shit as soft milk. Then, and whole her life, most of her life, you know, America, when she go to Jamaica, although there's such a ban now in Jamaican hospital, but she don't not go to Jamaica. She don't feel she can talk patois if she want to understand patois, but she don't understand the ground like how you hear me talk about. So if you talk about Haitian up on the ground, you can't tell about the ground of Jamaica. Me live it. if me
Wait. Hold on. You are talk to me and I tell me, say, me can't tell you about what? Me can't tell you about life in a Jamaica or life on the ground?
In terms of,
In terms of what?
In terms of growing up in a Jamaica, depending on Jamaica, totally certain age till adulthood before you leave. You have never done that before, or my wife has never done that before. Okay? My wife was vexed with me first time, right? She said, stop talking about Jamaica, man. I love Jamaica. And for tell me, sir, for me tell you, my wife sometime say, man, I don't even want to go to Jamaica. I'm good, bro. I don't want stress. You know what I mean? I know where I come from. I must have a business. She was to come to Jamaica and spend like 2 months, 3 months. And to try to make friends, you know what I mean? Hi, like nice, like I say, like a girl pass and say, hi, you look good. American steer to tell us girls and look good answer. The girl, she met with so much negativity and so much disappointment in Jamaica until she said, I can't do this. But she still go and look Jamaica still enough. But to interact with Jamaica is stressful. So it's like when I try to tell her and she say, why am I sound like that or something is wrong with me? Here she has said, I never put her onto it. So I say, people who depend on the ground have to work to live through the trenches of Jamaica, you can't just push them aside when they merge the talk. Then we have a different viewpoint on it.
Bro, why you always put some negative connotation to a conversation? Nobody now push you aside, you know. You notice how me get quiet and me allow you to talk. That means that how people have conversation is you get quiet and allow me to talk, and then I get quiet and allow you to talk, and then I try to see where you're coming from, and you also try to see where I'm coming from. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. So we exchange dialogue, right? Nobody now push you, and I'm not disregarding anything you say. One thing I will say to you is this: you speak from your own experience. And that's all you can speak from. But you must also understand that your own experience is not the general outlook of Jamaica as an entire country. So when you go back to your original argument, when you said ambitious youth will turn cruff in Jamaica if him not get to leave Jamaica, I still stand on what I said, that an ambitious person will make it anywhere. When you stop being ambitious is when you allow yourself to become a cruff, and that too can happen to you anywhere. So I know Jamaica go turn you in a cruff, and if you don't get to left, you go turn cruff, because you're gonna always see a way. If you have a degree in engineering and engineering now run nothing for you, you might go learn to cut hair and up in a barber shop. If that now work for you, you might go into farming and end up becoming a mass exporter of, I don't know, chicken, eggs, chicken meat, whatever. You're always going to find a way to make something happen. So you can't blame Jamaica.
I understand. That's sense.
Yeah.
One more to say, probably use the wrong term, crush. What I mean is that their best potential, the furthest they probably could go. You get what I'm trying to say? Them can survive on one car, but then get the opportunity. They might be further, you know what I mean? Not cruff, because if a hard ambitious man can cruff, you're going to find a way to put up one block, and build a one room, have a running water, you have the same thing at the end of the day in life, and achieve something. But you're not reaching full potential. If we start my chocolate business in America, like when we start in Jamaica, I'm going to be a rich man, I'm going to come back, so I'm not employ people for your life right now. And then we start in America, no shit. And we'll big up yourself, I'm calling back.
All right, manners and respect, brother. We have to respect when Maverick calling, because although in points them so different sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it still leaves room for a lot of us to open dialogue and actually get to some stuff where we don't really talk about more than nothing. Let me tell you something, right? That whole part where the brother they said to me is that when people them made a mistake and they were training us, gearing us up, getting us ready to leave, they should have been doing the exact opposite. They should have been getting us to stay. You know what I'm saying? Him take me, right? And him say, all you SouFlo, you come from a farming area, right? Mass Cleaving, my grandfather used to do commercial size farming, you know. When I tell you something, I grow up and I see like 12, 14, 15 people line up on my gate in the morning I'll come for work for my grandfather, right? When we are exporting ginger and exporting coffee and sugar cane back in them day, the whole heap of sugar cane, because they have sugar cane field and everything like that, right? When all that was going on, your grandfather should have been teaching you about farming and about import, export, and about all those other things. Instead, they kept on telling you one day you're going to live in America and, you know, everybody must leave and you must go away. And that wasn't a good idea. So a lot of us are sold on the perception that life can't happen for you in Jamaica. Success cannot happen for you in Jamaica. You know who me grudge sometimes, and I hate to use the word grudge because I'm not the kind of person that look at people and think I want what they have or anything, but I grudge the people them who me see. Me shouldn't use the word grudge, you know, but when me go Jamaica, I see the young people them who have made it or who are very well, they are the movers and the shakers of the island, or they're making it. Me always have this thing in my head where me say, you know, sir, if they never take me from here, I would have been one of those. Now, mind you, I'm doing fine where I'm at, but still, I wanted all that where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So, I them, come here, I said, the way how me left early, me never have a choice, you know. My parents, them say, you want to stay or you want to go? Me tell my father, say, I want to stay. Him say, well, you don't have a choice, and pack your stuff, you have to go, right? And don't bring nothing neither, just bring 2 pants, 2 shirts, wheel shop on the way. I saw me get to left Jamaica, you know. Never tell nobody never knows where I left. Man just fly in and next thing me know me reach a foreign. Right. So when I look at that, I'm like, man, trust me, I'm super impressed when I go to Jamaica. Jamaica, me love you. I'm super impressed. And I don't want none of the Jamaicans, them who are getting to it, making it happen, feel like we are small up the thing or we are down talk on them. And I don't want any patriotic Jamaican to feel like we sit here and we down Jamaica, because I don't see Jamaica like that. I just see Jamaica as a place where you can definitely make, you might have to push a little harder, but you can make it in Jamaica as well if you put your damn shoulder to the wheel and you actually try. People give up because they have this implanted fantasy in their mind that foreign way easier. So instead of me I go harder for what me want, yeah, so the effort is put into me I try to get a visa for left, yeah, so. You know what I'm saying? Instead of putting the effort into this is it, and me I go harder for what me want, yeah, so. On the turn over, yeah, so instead I say, all of my effort are going to getting a visa, yeah, man. I want to reach either England or Canada or the US, but me have to come out of this. And that's where it's at. That's where it's at. And that has been manufactured and mass produced to all the way over the years. Sometimes we just sit down there daydream. I can't wait for my turn for go foreign. I just see plane a fly over you at Jamaica, you look a picnic at top, but one day I'm not going to power one of them plane there, you know. And from a little bit, you know, you're planning in your head, so you have to leave. You have to leave because that's what they sold us. That's what they sold us. But for you to think that there aren't many young people in Jamaica living it up and doing well, let me tell you something. When you associate yourself with the lower half or the have-nots then, or the lesser than, then you will see the world as that. Especially if that's where you come from and that's only where your mind's still there. You will see the world as that. That's why I make it a point to go in and out of different circles in Jamaica. I tell you something there in some place at Jamaica already, and I see them. The people them have them big nice house, them have them 24-hour security, them out a road at midnight to rot in a walk dog and don't care in the world. I mean, I said, this is like upper echelon foreign life, because even in the US, I couldn't live like this. This looks like a celebrity neighborhood, and these people are living this in a regular neighborhood. Because I see the people them I drive out, go pick up them picnic from school, picnic come back in a uniform. Them picnic they don't know nothing about. While we here talking about them pepper spray Desmond eye and them joke out this and them mash up that and down this a broke up and police shoot that. Them kids there don't know nothing about none of that. They don't know a damn thing about none of that. For them, their whole world is different. And at Jamaica them there, you know. And it's Jamaica them there. So to think that that life is unattainable in your own country, friend, nah. I can't buy that narrative. We can't buy that narrative there. There are young people in Jamaica, mid-aged people and old people, all doing very, very good in Jamaica there. And everybody I live poor, and not everybody underserved, is not everybody needy. Yeah, we have those who are, because given the history of our country and of course how it's ran as well, with the two flip-flop political party them and thief out all our money and do nothing for people them and putting certain things in place where we could expand and do more. But at the same time, Jamaica is full of go-getters, man, and they're getting it. They're getting it. When me hear young 20-odd-year-old who is so highly accomplished in Jamaica is talking about, well, I have a week off and then I'll be back. I have my first case because they're young attorneys or young doctor, 32. I'm just going to Miami to go chill out for a week, do some shopping and stuff, and then come back. You think a little bit of them? Hold on this. Oh man, I meant to answer that. Sorry. Call back. It's not a little bit of them, It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. I don't know when you drive around Jamaica and see all them whole heap of big house there, all them sitting there on hill and whole heap of the expensive car them pass you. It's them. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo.
Yeah, family.
Remember you're talking about the parents and grandparents getting you ready to leave Jamaica.
Preparing us to leave.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I went through that too. My mother went through it.
Mm-hmm.
So could it be there was a time when slaves was on a plantation,
mm-hmm.
and they were always planning and talking to their children about how to leave or how to escape? Could this be coming from that?
I never thought of that.
It just dawned on me when I was listening to you talk.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Could that be it?
Could very well be. It's their way of protecting us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
And it just went down from generation to generation.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
go back in that chat. Just something
All
to
right.
think about.
Yeah, that's deep.
Later.
That's deep. It's true. It's kind of like how my grandmother fling herself down on the ground and ball and roll around when she see my sister with dreads in her hair, right? And you think dreadlocks not natural hairstyle and she not perm her hair or nothing like that. It's because of how she grew up seeing Rastas being treated. Remember, them people that would have seen the what thing where Bustamante them did do, the Coral Garden massacre and all of these things. So in a fair time, she knows police don't like Rasta, then we hold you and beat you and broke your jaw and broke up your hand them with baton. Then we drag you by your dreadlocks and pop them out and cut them off. Then we kick you down and drag your carrier, go to jail, go make you sit down in there for how long for no reason. And she's like, I'm trying to protect y'all from these things. Not realizing that times have changed, right? And them not really do that again like that, and the place is developing and things are changing. She's still stuck on the trauma. You have a point, Marie. That's probably why they were like, yeah, foreign better. We want them as far away from this as possible. And that's why I don't blame them either. I hold nothing. That's why I don't even like when time I hear people are talk about. Me or somebody said one day when we were talking about how you used to get some Ross beaten. I'm telling us that I was a mischievous little picnic because I was curious. So I used to get some rotted. Me, SouFLo, used to get some rotted beaten. Me no about get licked. Here, one woman I tell me about, it's disturbing how y'all romanticize physical abuse because y'all were abused and you tried to turn it into something good. And I'm like, stop. It happened. I went through it. I understand that those who did it, my grandparents, that's how them did know, because them I come from, that's how they were put in line as well. And who knows better does better. So my generation now decides, meaning I will never do that to my children, right? But the generation before, that's what they knew. And they went off of what they knew. I'm not holding nothing against. You think I'm going to sit here in 2026 and have up malice for my grandparents now? Yeah, she used to beat me. And one time she did have beat me and the belt buckle slip out instead of the belt. She licked me in my head with the buckle and bust my head. I hate that woman there, say. Yeah, me hate her for life because she bust my head. For what? What good is that going to do? And it's not romanticizing. Some of the stuff we still used to laugh after it. We used to laugh after how we used to run from the lick them. And it has nothing to do with romanticizing it, you know. It has to do with a unique experience that you share with others who've been through the same thing as you. Culturally, it's a part of us. So I have nothing to do with romanticizing it and falling in love with abuse and all these other things. Was it right for them to do? No. When you beat a picnic until them skin wheel up and all that, you know, right? But it gone already. What you gonna do? It gone already, you're never dead. And most of us who come from that era will tell you, if it wasn't for them CM Lick there, I probably would be in stuff today that I should not have been in. And them CM Lick there saved me. And them CM Lick there make me remember things that I was taught and never come afar and come get involved in anything to where now I'm doing 75 years in prison. Or them catch me over there so with 20 kilo of coke. You think me couldn't go in a drug trade? I grew up in Miami during the crack era. Cocaine crack epidemic era. You think we couldn't been in gangsterism or anything else out there, kill man for hire and all these things? We could have been down all those roads. We get some blows and skirt lick, and the lick them make you remember what was said to you, and you had somebody who you had to be accountable to. I used to be afraid to book a trip go to Jamaica if I wasn't doing good that year. And mind you, my grandparents live in Jamaica, but I don't want to go face them, and they're like, your mother tell me you're not doing good enough. You're up there wasting your time and doing pure embarrassing things. That was like the what you could listen. Instead of me here, Miss Ruby said that to me, thump me in my mouth. Like thump me in my mouth. Me feel like that better than to go be embarrassed by them hearing how badly you're doing overseas and take it as embarrassing. You're embarrassing your family. You're embarrassing your country. You know what I mean? All these things, new age stuff, take some stuff that I find was very necessary for us. Was very necessary for us. With the unruly too, you know. Because we have come out of a time and a bloodline where it's super unruly. We did unruly ourselves. Then they'd have to put 2 lick on your man to make you know to sit down. And otherwise they will stand there talking all day. What these people have today that our parents never have back in the day. We are high blood pressure parents, gone to hospital, parents are so worried. You're there, you give your picnic them 50 choices. What is for dinner today? You say, we're going to have some bully beef and rice. Them say, I don't want that. What do you want then? I don't know. All right, then I have to go now, scratch my head and look up 20 different choices and hope you choose one. And remember, say which part we come from. You know, ask about if you didn't know your business. That is what them cook and gear that you're going to yam. If you don't yam it, you're dead if you're hungry. It all put down there until you decide to eat the car. That alone you get to eat. Not true? And now that you're grown, you realize, damn, that's what actually made stuff work smooth for them. With so much picnic in the house. Because them not ask nobody, everybody have 10 different choices. You know, I learned today when my house is full, right? I will say everybody get what they want today. In my mind, I'm hoping everybody choose one place and get the same thing. Do you know what always happens? You have 7 people in here, 8 people in here, 8 persons ask for 8 different things. Now, may I go at 8 different store to go get 8 different sitting for 8 different people. So I'm the one who is now exhausted. I'm the one who is now running around. I'm the one who is now spending money in 8 different locations. I'm the one. They knew what they were doing. It was very necessary. It was very necessary. You know what I mean? But back to what, what Murray was saying though, them getting us ready to leave. I never thought of it like that. I never thought of it like that. Remember me telling you my grandmother used to beat me, but me never get beaten like nonsense beaten. Like just beat you for no reason. I got beaten and then I got told why I got beaten. So me get sensibly beaten. You know what I mean? She was always loving us and always trying to protect us. And you know, when my grandmother passed, I said it to my audience. I said, one thing I know for sure, nobody is ever going to cry when them see me again. Nobody. That was the person. That woman loved me so much. She always wanted to know how I was doing. When I joined the army, my grandmother tell her she had the only person. I tell her, I go through some blouse and skirt things in the military in the US. I'm talking about hard soldier work and missions, man. Find myself in a places where I wonder, what you do yourself? Because I talk to myself in a patois, to just keep my sanity. And I say, why? I said, this is enough for you, Look on you. I don't know. You grew up at Clarendon, brother. Run up and down in a banana walk and run through coffee piece and down in a cane field. What you are do yourself with big gun pan you? I don't know, I run through all of them, sitting here and do all them something here. So I talk to myself, Then when I come back stateside now, I say everybody, oh, I'm so proud of him and I'm so happy for him. And I'm saying to myself, you're happy for me? You know what I did out there do just now? Say me could have been one of them when never come back or come back in a body bag. And you encourage me to do them frigria. I talk to myself, right? My grandmother is the only one who said, I never want this for you. Me think say you're way better than this. Me no want you go fight nobody war. Me no want you go pick up no gun. Your mind is way too intelligent for this. As some my grandmother did love me. That is why today I also make myself available for whoever has children and they are going into the military. Me tell them, say, yo, send them my way and let me talk to them first. Because now that I've done it, it's not that I'm against going in there, but if you go in and you don't know certain things, you're going into what they call needs off. And you don't want to end up on needs off. Needs off mean any which part them short and needs sitting at this or them I put you. So I like to guide people in. You know what I'm saying? You learn, man. You live and you learn. Kingston says, that's crazy. My granny was the same way. She transitioned last year. Those are the great warriors we had, Kingston, where they were the glue that hold the family together. They were the ones that laid the foundation for we. And nobody now gonna ever love we again like how them love we. I tell us that my grandmother used to cry. So me ask grandma, what you cry for? And she sobbing like hard and she says, tears of joy, baby. It's tears of joy, grandma. We say, oh, when me look upon you, and me say, you just grow big and strong and you're just so handsome. Here, Missy Bram Bram now. Your granny tell you say you're handsome. But she lied to you. But yeah, she was like, these uplifting people, you're so big and just strong and just so handsome. When we see how you turn out, it just fills my heart with joy. That is how my grandmother used to say. And no matter how much time me go see her, she cried the same way. Like she not see me in her ages. She just see me, She just see me. So yeah, we don't want to spoil up nothing that they did. I think everything they did was with best intentions, even when them never didn't know the proper way to go about it. They were going off what they thought was best for us. Marie, deep thought. Deep thought. Yeah. As Diva says, now them have an app named Wonder where you can order from different restaurants in the same app. And they said it's for people in the same house that want different things. See, I don't even know nothing about that. It's called Wonder because I stop order food. I don't want nobody deliver my food again. I see a man empty him colaster my bag. Empty him colaster my bag, pull up him shirt and empty him colaster my bag on the lawn of the house that he went to go deliver food at. And it was disgusting. Me see a next one where the girl dig out her body hole and put her finger in the people them food and put back the bag like how, them staple up your bag. She put back the bag. Like, so me no want nobody deliver my food again. Me go order my food and wait till them fix it and carry my own food go on my yard. So I ain't even gonna promote that app. I didn't get any beating. I was a good child. Besides, I was scared of beating and that's why I was good. I wasn't bad. I was just wild. I was free. I was a free child. I was allowed to think. I was allowed to move around. I was allowed to play. Right now, in Florida here, if Melania and Kai go outside, I get paranoid. Me have to look through all of the windows them around the house. I swear to God, and we got cameras and everything. Me still I look through all of the window them around the house. Cause me I say if the camera them don't pick up this angle, it could be the angle where somebody we have a privacy fence, fenced in yard right round. Me still I look cause I'm like one of them people here could have been one pedophile you don't know, could have been a neighbor. Jump your fence, drag out one of your picnic them out of your yard. We've heard of stories like these happening. When I was growing up, in the cane piece, down in the banana walk, gone down a spring, go get water, carry water, come back up our house, gone a river. We didn't have no supervision. We were like super free. That's why I understand. And because of that, I used to do a lot of mischievous things, because I was allowed to think. So I was doing a lot of mischievous things. And they knew the only way them know how to curb me now is them not going to tell me 100 times. Them tell me once and me never listen. Them tell me twice. That's it. You're not getting told no more. The next time you get some rotted lick. Now, I still remember they lick them. But I never did that thing that they told me not to do. Me just never do it again after the lick. So it worked. SouFlo for real, because all my kids, what they want for dinner, breakfast, etc., and they always different things. And then I end up being in the kitchen way longer than I need to be. So you can relate. It's a real thing. It's a reality. These people knew what they were doing when they were raising us. It never makes sense to we, but now that we're adults ourselves, it made perfect sense. All of it. Well, me don't know about all of it, but majority of it. Majority of it. Yeah. As Deva said, me not order food either. After me see some of the video them too. Yeah, me see people that dig out them body hole and finger up the food and man a empty colostomy bag and kind of. Oh, if you see the amount of doo-doo him empty or spray out of the bag for the people them lawn too, it was like, disgusting. Disgusting. Who filmed it? It was caught on the cameras for the house. Yeah, it was caught on the cameras for the house. The guy delivered the food, walked down the driveway, right before he got into his car that he used to deliver the food, him lift up his shirt, and then pull out him colostomy bag, and him squeeze out all of the shit out of it on the people them lawn, and then jump in. And the first guy said, you could imagine what inside of that car smells like, because I work in the medical field, and I'm telling you, when those colostomy bags open up, it's shit. So you could imagine and that's where your food was ruminating in that before it came to you. And ever since I seen that video, I'm like, yeah. Another thing, I just saw a video the other day, the Chinese man in at the back, the big wok where they're working at. So he's frying the rice or whatever I'm frying at the big wok, and then the man goes up and just keep on a fry like him have cola or something about him throat, and him just right in at the wok, with the people them food and keep on. Me done. Me done. I don't want no more. I'm going to try to cook on my yard as best as I can, as long as I can, as many times as I can. But between the colostomy bag and the in the wok there, me not bother want again. Me good. Mervin says, foreign full of beer, creatures, snake, bobcat, crocodile, no fruit trees, banana, no fruit trees and no banana walk and none of them something there. Jaja, right when me want to order my porridge. So but I don't know. I don't think we're like that. And sometimes I might lean towards what's culturally safe, but then again, you never know. Nasty people is nasty people, and they're everywhere regardless of race. You know what I'm saying? I prefer to see my food being cooked, and then I even more prefer so that I'm the one that's cooking it, or cooking in my yard. Because if you're cooking in my yard and my wife spitting on it, then that's nothing to me. Me and she swap spit all the time. But if it cook out a road and one stranger spitting on it, oh God. The last one I'm going to tell you all about before we change to our last topic for the morning is the guy that is in the restaurant that they caught. There's a video on YouTube where the police went in and they're arresting him in the back of the burger joint. So him long yellow loogie in the mayonnaise and mix up the mayonnaise and put it on the people them burger, and he's making the burger sandwiches. And I thought to myself, mayonnaise, if you spit in mayonnaise, no, him relieve himself in there, I lie. Him shake him buckle until him buckle explode, if you know what I mean, in the mayonnaise. And they arrested him. He went out in handcuffs. But I'm thinking, if somebody does that in your mayonnaise, you're not going to be able to tell. And because of that, because I see that, it's hard for me to like, even if I buy it and eat it, I eat the food very uncomfortably. Because every bite I'm like, you know better. Why you never eat something at the house? What if it's somebody discharging at this mayonnaise or where you eat pan this burger? People nasty, man. Cook at your yard. Cook at your yard. Yeah. Last topic for the morning. We're going to big up a giant this morning before we get out of here. All right. It's none other than Bounty Killer himself, Mr. Rodney Price, a.k.a. Bounty Killer. First of all, somebody said the other day, when you say S-Diva, that's why when you go out to eat or go through drive-through, make sure you're extra nice to the people. You should never have an attitude for anybody who's cooking your food. Period. We have changed subjects. We are going to our last topic for the morning, and then we're going to be out of here, okay? Me sick in your stomach, me sorry, friends. Friends from Lake say, Lord, SouFlo, you're sick in the stomach. I'm sorry, but it's my duty to make you aware. It's my duty to make you aware. Bounty Killer. I'm sick in my own stomach with that one there. Somebody said the other day when we were talking about how Foota Hype was obsessed with Vybz Kartel and saying all these things, and then I said, Bounty Killer, I hold him to a different standard because Bounty made all these millionaires. You know what I mean? So I'm not even put him in the running when we are talking about who's king of dancehall and all these things. And somebody said, when we had the discussion about is Bounty still relevant or trending or blah, 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 I said he's always relevant, but he's definitely not trending as in currently top of the charts kind of thing, whatever. But Bounty was the man. Somebody said Bounty was never the man. And I said, hey, you crazy. You had to have been there and lived through it. This guy right there, so Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer set the pace. And he did all of the big things them. Bounty even have a Grammy. He didn't win the Grammy himself, but he was a part of the work that won the Grammy. Just like how Lady Saw have a Grammy, but on a FIAR Grammy, she won the Grammy because of collaborative work, right? All right. So Bounty Killer was awarded recently the keys to Kingston. Now I thought, how fitting, because it's one thing to be receiving accolades in other people's country, in another man's land, but when you are crowned king in your own land, nothing to feel nicer than that, fam. Nothing feels nicer. You don't have to go anywhere to hear say you're the man. You hear it right at your doorstep, and it is well deserved. Understand? So from the inner city community of Seaview Garden to Western St. Andrew that raised him to conquering the global dancehall stage, Bounty Killer Price, or Rodney Price, he returned home on Tuesday to receive the keys to the city of Kingston and the renaming of a street that was named in his honor. That is going to outlive him. All when him old, dead and gone, I wish nothing but long life and prosperity for Bounty. But we all must pass. And when that day comes and he's no longer here, that street will still be there. So it's official. The King of Kingston with the keys to Kingston. A jubilant Price declared as he accepted the city's highest civic honor during a ceremony at Seaview Gardens Primary School. And I said them, come out for me, see? I don't know if y'all see it on social media, the marching band and everything. I'm looking at the kids, them play all these different instruments and stuff, the young people. Bounty is an inspiration to the youth, them, because I'm going to make them know, say, yes, I come from Seaview, same way, and good things can come out of here where we come from, and you can reach great heights. He didn't run away. Not to throw shade at a person like Shabba Ranks, but I remember somebody saying Shabba can't be no king of dancehall around here because Shabba set the pace overseas. Grammy in a dancehall and multiple Grammy and all these things. But Shabba never came back to the country and elevate some youths. Bounty stayed with them, named himself poor people governor, stood up and fight among the people them for better for the people. It gets no better than that, right? And I said, damn, you have a point. I remember Shabba do an interview, and I think Shabba Rang said something to the effect of, not these exact words, don't quote me, because I don't want nobody sue me, but he basically said, like, he did give back, because him showed them the way. He basically did it and showed them, so them can make it too. But you know, the argument was like, that wasn't enough. You being in their presence would have been even more powerful, because you went away and made it, but then you were like out of touch. So they can't relate to you, but they can't relate to Bounty because them see Bounty all the time. Them know him not left them. Even though he's involved in big things because of Bounty, him still make time for the people. So in a further tribute to the dancehall icon, Wenchman Road, where Price spent much of his youthful days, was officially renamed Rodney Price Drive, as you can see in that picture behind me. It look nice, see? Following a petition from Seaview Gardens residents and the approval by Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, he was given this honor as well. Bounty was visibly moved by the recognition. Price, who has also received the Order of Distinction for his invaluable contribution to Jamaica's music and culture scene, described this occasion as another meaningful milestone in his career, admitting that words could not fully express his gratitude. He said, today is really the unfolding of another historical chapter in my career, and this milestone is a very unusual and an uncommon accomplishment. The keys to the city of Kingston. Wow. Thanking KSAMC, Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, and other elected officials for this honor. Pointing to the road, which now bears his name, Price recalled how his life was defined by it, noting that he had witnessed both the beginning of his journey and some of his darkest moments right around there. This is more than just a ceremony, he said. This is a celebration of troubles and trial and triumph and greatness. It's just right around the road. That's where I got shot when I was 16 years old, right around there. Me not even did know Bounty Killer get shot when he was 16. He thanked KSAMC for immortalizing the name, the battles, the triumphs that carried along before he became known to the world as Bounty Killer. Our community is a golden garden. Hard work and dedication leads to the accomplishments and these accolades in life. And then they say a king has never been crowned in his own town. So what is this then? He said, the entertainer who has won a Grammy for his feature on No Doubt's multi-platinum hit song, Hey Baby, and received a solo Grammy nomination, he told the ceremony that the significance of the occasion far surpassed any international acclamations. He said, this is more than a Grammy to me. There are people who watch me emerge as a young artist. These people are people who are personally involved in my upbringing. And for them to decide that I deserve the key to Kingston, this is something, he said, this is something phenomenal. For his part, Kingston Mayor Andrew Swaby congratulated Bounty and noted that the recognition is more than a celebration of the successful musician career, describing it as a statement about the value of the city and potential that exists within the communities such as the one that Bounty Killer comes from. Remember, I know, a whole heap of people have, if you say nothing good, not come out of ghetto, Seaview Garden and these kind of things. At the same place Dexter Dapstem come from, and others come from there too. You know, it's kind of like the rose that grew from concrete kind of thing. It's kind of like reminding the world. That's why it's important for people like Bounty Killer to stay on the scene, to show them. I'm not saying if you move, go live around a sea view, because you elevate from certain places. If you're born in the ghetto, your whole goal is to make it up out of those circumstances and those situations. But you also want to be a prime example for others who will come after you to say, hey, you can do it too. Not because your beginnings rough, don't mean say your whole life are going to stay so. It's not where you start out, It's where you're aiming to go and where you actually reach and end up. See? So the journey. So for too often, communities like Seaview Garden are viewed through the lens of their challenges rather than their possibilities. People sometimes make assumptions about what someone can achieve based on where they come from. But as we all should know by now, an address does not determine one's personal potential. What Bounty Killer's life demonstrates is the clearest possible term that potential exists in every community. Talent, discipline, and determination can emerge from anywhere for our young people. And that is what stick out to me, SouFLoTV, as well. So announcing the renaming of Wenchman Road to Rodney Price Drive, Swaby said that tribute would ensure that Bounty Killer's legacy remains permanently etched in the community that shaped him. His name will remain fixed to this day in this very community that raised him, so that anyone who passes through Seaview Garden will know that greatness comes from these streets. So Bounty Killer, on behalf of the citizens of Kingston and St. Andrew, we thank you. We thank you for your music. We thank you for your mentorship. We thank you for your contributions that you have made to Jamaica, Jamaica's culture. This city is proud to recognize you as the son of Kingston, and it is an honor today to place the keys to the city in your hands. And I can think of nobody else that is more deserving of that than a Bounty Killer. Remember me telling us that when you try give away money to whatever foundation you give to in Jamaica, you have an extra $10, you say you want to give to somebody, someplace where it will be put to good use. I used to say the Bounty Killer Foundation is one of them. It goes way beyond just bounty and music. Bounty is truly entrenched in Jamaica and Jamaica's culture and the city itself, right? I always say, give something to the foundation as well, because it goes a long way. Bounty, when him ready, roll up him sleeve and roll up him pants for them, and him out there too, and move things and paint things and fix up things, physically out there in person. You have to hail somebody like that, because no matter how high him climb, no matter how big his accolades get overseas or at home, he still remains grounded enough to be the same poor people governor that he has always been. And I respect him highly for that. So, with that said, we share in the honors of saying big up to a true stalwart Bounty Killer, Rodney Price, otherwise known as Bounty Killer. And for the lady who said the other day, yeah, Bounty now really do whole heap of shows and all that SouFlo because him sick out. Bounty ain't sick. See him there? He's not sick. That's why I never spread that rumor. I realized from the first two pictures I saw online, God help me with this AI thing. Because people use AI and then create a maga down, look like him sick with something, Bounty Killer, and then they put the picture out there, and of course, people started running with it. Somebody said Bounty Killer don't have long for living or SouFlo and needs. If you look into this story, something wrong with him. I think Bounty will go through some sickness and whatever. This is Bounty's latest picture right here. He looks nothing like those pictures that they created to spread that rumor. And may God continue to bless him and keep him in good health, and may he live a long and prosperous life. I want real 5-star general, man. I want Bounty Killer out there. Salute him to the fullest. Enough respect, Killer. Every time. And with that said, we're going to end on an up note this morning. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. King Son says, yeah, man. Him said it in one of him interviews. Big up on yourself. Yeah, but him say why in one of him interview them. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. All right. My granny Miss Ruby said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. My grandfather, Mas Cleavy, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. You're not in control, friend. If God spare your life, you will see tomorrow here. And if He spare mine, I will see tomorrow too, and we'll meet then. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Go out there and get some sun in your melanin and turn it up. And surround yourself with people you love and people who love you. And if you don't have that, it's okay to be alone. Learn to love you. You can't love nobody else until you love you. Some people can't give love because they have no love to give. Them don't even love themselves. All right? One love. Walk good.